Hello, what's up, friends? Welcome to the live. Welcome back to another Pass or Yes Live. If you are new here, this is the series I do on my channel every other week where we go through all of the newest, the hottest, the tastiest, the most tempting new luxury beauty releases on social media. And I let you know, is it going to be a pass or is it going to be a yes? And this video is obviously filmed in front of a live digital audience. So not only are you going to hear from me and all of my opinions about these new makeup releases, but you're also going to hear from the Sophia C's beauty community. And before we get into it, let me welcome everybody who is here live. Let me know where you are watching from today. Oh my goodness, we already have so many people popping in. Hello, Holly. Welcome. We got Sarah B. We have all the regulars in here. We've got Lynn today, Tamara, Tracy, hello. Oh, yes, Holly. She says, I'm so ready to hear everyone's thoughts on Victoria Beckham Beauty, Chanel, and Dior. Oh my, yes. I have a whole schedule today, guys. I've got YSL, I've got Hermès, Victoria Beckham Beauty, Dior, Chanel, and probably the most interesting story, I think, of the week, of the month, I guess I should say, the rebranding of Isamaya Beauty and their launch at Sephora. So we got a lot to talk about today. Let's see. Oh, hello, Pink Sparkle. Welcome. We have Style with Lisa. We have Shug from Denver. Welcome back. We have Nicole from Michigan. Yes, Pink Sparkle, it's good to see you in here. Hi, Angela from Miami. We've got Julia from Scotland. All right, we got some overseas people in the house. We have Elvera, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, from Boston. Sharon from Pennsylvania. Hello, Beth. Hello, Laurie. Hello, Canadians out there. Welcome. Ciao, Lauren. Put in the chat, guys, what are you excited to talk about today? Here I am checking my baby hairs. I'm sorry, I just freshly hairsprayed them down. So let's pray that the baby hairs stay in place throughout the duration of this show. We've got Hello Kitty here. Hello Kitty Silly Straw. Little tip, don't put your silly straws in the dishwasher. They will not be silly anymore. I made that mistake last week. Hello, Mary from Melbourne. I feel like we always have some Aussies in here every single time. Oh, Maria says, I love your look. Well, thank you. I'm actually wearing my Isamaya Beauty makeup products today because we're going to be talking about her new stuff a little bit later in the show. Excuse me if I'm sniffling a little bit. I feel a lot better, but I'm still a little sniffly, so I'm sorry if that is a bit annoying. Hello, Pam. Welcome. We have Georgia. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of people coming in here today. I want to take a quick second to say whether you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, welcome. And please don't forget to like, comment, and if you're new, subscribe because I'm trying to get to 50K subscribers. I'm so close. I'm quickly approaching. I would love for you to subscribe. If you are new here, just know that we do these live streams every single week at 8 p.m. Eastern. This is going to be like the new standard time so that you guys kind of know when the live is going to be. So it's a little bit more predictable. I will try to do maybe like some specials on the weekend or during the day. For those of you who are overseas, I totally get it. I'm trying to be as inclusive as possible, but this is going to be the weekly time. And my plan for now is to do this Pass or Yes every other week. So we have enough things to talk about, if you know what I'm saying. And then in the interim weeks, I will have other topics. So next week, the topic will be like the beauty trends for 2025, spring beauty trends. So we're going to discuss all the trends, whether we like them or not. And we'll have some good fun discussion there. And as a quick reminder, if you're watching this live, you are watching this ad-free so that you're not interrupted during the discussion at all. So if you would like to support my channel, give me a thumbs up, or you can also send a super chat by clicking the little like money button next to the chat text box. And I do encourage you, if you do send a super chat, please ask me a question or make a request or something so that I can bump that to the top and your requests can be noticed. So thank you so much. And Let's hop in. Let me just see what else you guys are saying. Holly says, smash that heart button. Yes, there is a little button where you can like send hearts and stuff. And I think it's just other people can see what you like, and it helps boost the video out to everybody else. Hello, Rachel. Yes, Butterlight. We're going to talk about the Hermès lippies. That is on the schedule for today. Yes, Maria says she's excited for Victoria Beckham, Chanel, and Dior. Don't worry. I got you guys. Okay, hold on. I have all of the tabs. They're all set up. Okay, one second. Just got to share my screen here. I'm going to make myself smaller here so you can see me. Okay. We're going to start off with a little YSL Beauty because YSL has been on fire lately, guys. It's like one new thing after another. I would love to know if you ended up liking the YSL blushes. I just posted a review of those yesterday, actually kind of like a big summation of all the new makeup that we've been talking about. So definitely check out that video if you want to hear my thoughts. Let me know, did you like the YSL blushes? Because now they have loose powders coming out. And I think that loose powders, this has been like a category, a hot category over the past, I would say 6 months or so. I feel like every brand is coming out with loose powders. I think a lot of people are reformulating them. So there's that because they want to take out the talc because of lawsuits and all that kind of stuff. We know the deal there. But also, I don't know. I think it's just like a very popular category, which is interesting because I kind of feel like we went in this more minimalist direction and more clean girl direction, but yet we still want to be like smooth and blurred and poreless. So let's dive in and talk about these real quick. We've got the upcoming, and by the way, all of the Instagram accounts that I'm featuring, they're all going to be linked. They are already linked in the description box. So right now I'm on Amit Beauty Talk. Definitely go give her a follow. As many things as I was able to link, they're already in the description box if you want to check them out. Okay, so this is the YSL All Hours Hyper Blur Loose Powder. And we have 3 different shades. Let me show them to you here. Actually, let me show you the swatches. So we've got number 01, transparent. It says good for all skin tones. I mean, it's pretty light. Then we have lavender. This is purple pink in tone. This powder will help to remove yellow and brighten. Okay. And we have 05 pastel blue, a pink toned blue that corrects redness. And it says that this is going to be released in March. Why is it 010405? Like what happened to 2 and 3? Am I right? These definitely seem to be more like brightening, kind of color correcting. Let's see here. Once again, the packaging is on point. It comes with a little powder puff as well. I think I have another photo here. Yes, I do. So here's another photo. I mean, I think you guys already know for me, this is a pass because I really don't use loose powder all that much. But I would love to hear all of your thoughts. Have you been looking for a good pressed powder? Let's see. Michelle says, lavender setting powders have been popular recently. Lauren says, blue powder seems odd. Yes. Is anybody else doing a blue powder? Like, what does it say again? It says it suppresses redness and uneven skin tone. I thought that was supposed to be green. Nicole says, this is a yes for me. Which one would you get, Nicole? Let me know. Let me know. Kathleen says, maybe it's me, but on the market, we don't have a lack of setting powder. Just why? Kimberly says it's a yes for me. Hi, Amit. Welcome. We're on your account right now. Lady Miss G says maybe only some countries are getting 2 and 3. I'm half kidding, but I think this selection was for the Asian market. It could be. It could be because sometimes we get these sneak peeks from like an, social media account that caters to the Asian market. You know what I mean? Pam says they leave out the numbers to keep things interesting. That's my theory. Yeah, they're probably coming out with other ones. Holly said I would pick up the blue. Yeah, that would definitely be the one to try if you wanted to experiment, right? Right? Shug says, I'm curious about the blue. Elvira says, if you're putting it over foundation, then how's it going to correct anything? Right? I mean, if you're putting it over foundation, you definitely can brighten the skin and smooth the skin. But I don't know. I look for brightening, but I don't necessarily look to my powders for color correcting. I think that's a really good point. Yeah. Yeah, Holly says, I just want to know what the blue would look like. We definitely need someone to get this and try it for us. Loose powders never really look that good on my skin. So I don't know if I'm that person, but somebody needs to bite the bullet and get the blue powder. Hi, Blanca. Welcome. Sabrina says, I want to try this. Lady Miss G says, I'm curious about the blue. Will it cover rosacea? Right. Like I have a lot of redness right here on my cheeks, but like my foundation does cover up most of it. Yeah. Natalka, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. You said a pass on these. I have way too many powders. Yeah, I know. I have a couple of like pressed powders and I have like 1 or 2 loose powders and I just don't need to buy more because like I don't use them up all that much. The one that I use the most is my Hourglass setting powder and it takes me all year to get through the little travel like mini size that I get from Sephora and I just like buy a new one in the Sephora sale each year. So yeah. Hi, Henu. She says, hi, Sophia. Love your channel. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. I know a lot of people just joined. We have a lot of people on this live. Every live, there's like more and more of you. So welcome. If you are new here, please don't forget to give this live a thumbs up. It's just like any other video. Giving the thumbs up really helps to like push it out to more people. It just helps to, support my channel and shows that you like the live. And you are watching ad-free if you're watching the live. Kia says, I'm a little late. Did I miss anything fun? No, we're just getting started, Kia. We're just talking about these YSL loose powders. We've got the pink, we have the translucent, and we have the blue. Excuse me, I just got my tissue here. Meka says, what are your thoughts on the Hourglass powder versus the Tatcha? I haven't tried the Tatcha one, but if anybody else has, please put in the chat if you have a good, opinion on that. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the next thing from YSL. This interests me more than the powders. These are new shades of the YSL Make Me Blush Blurring Liquid Blush. So not a new product, right? But we do have some spicy new shades here. So we have number 03, Mischievous Magenta. That's going to be, as the name would suggest, a flushed magenta pink. And then we have number 15, which is Chili Crush. Let's take a look at these here. I love the look of these. They're a pass because I just know that I already have these colors, like especially in the Rare Beauty blushes, but they are really gorgeous. Here's Mischievous Magenta. I love the way that looks on her skin tone. What do you guys? What are all of you saying? Michelle says, oh, now these are beautiful. Pink Sparkle says that magenta, woo! Holly says, I would love magenta in a lip gloss. That would be a really beautiful lip gloss. Those shades are gorgeous, says Nicole. Kimberly likes the red. Pam says spicy, and one of them is called chili. I see what you did there. Exactly. It sounds like a lot of you are into these. Tamara says beautiful. Sarah says these are pretty. I agree. I think they look gorgeous. Lady Miss G says, I love the magenta shade, but I do prefer their powder blushes. Okay, good to know. Littleton21 says they should have launched these from the beginning. I think that's true. I wish that they had. I don't know if they're coming out with these because it's like a Valentine's Day kind of theme. That was the vibe that I got. Maybe they're trying to put out deeper shades. I probably would have bought these actually when they first came out, and I was like trying to figure out which ones to purchase to review. She says they're gorgeous though. Holly says YSL is correcting the previous release shades by putting out deeper tones. Ugh, that's probably true. We talked about in the last episode of Pass or Yes, which you can catch the replay, or I also have a clipped episode that is on my channel if you just want to hear about the YSL blushes. They got a little bit of heat for, I guess, not having enough shades or not having inclusive shades, and then now we're not seeing all the shades, and it's just a thing. It's a whole thing. Excuse me. Kimberly says, I'm happy they have something for darker skin. About time. Yeah. And I mean, lighter skin can wear these as well, but they're pigmented enough, I think, for everybody. So here is the Chili Crush. Oh, I love the way that looks on her. That is beautiful. This is like, it's a red, but it looks like maybe, what's the word? It's not so like blue, like a true red. It looks a little more terracotta because it's like a chili red. And these are coming out this month. These are coming out this month. Sarah says, I would get the chili one. Carol says, I love that color. It's so good, right? These are the two that really tempt me. Like I would happily switch the lavender and the pink one that I got for these because these look really gorgeous. Michelle says, it's so gorgeous. I love chili red. Sounds like you guys are excited about these. For the powders, maybe not so much. Maybe if you're in the market for a powder, or if you were a fan of the Prism Libre powder. Prism Libre. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't speak French, so I'm just like Libre. If you like that and you're looking for a dupe, maybe that's what YSL is trying to do with that. Laurie says, the Chili Crush is tempting. Sarah B says, I'm adding it to my end of year list. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't say that these are limited edition. So I think that these are just joining the range, which is good because, then you can maybe get them on sale or something like that, right? I think that's good. What else, guys? Trying to see if there was anything else from YSL Beauty. I think that was it. They're coming out with so many things, whether it's an extension or not. And if you just joined, I was asking the group if you ended up liking the powder blushes that they just came out. They weren't my favorite, but a lot of people liked them. So I can't say that they were a bad product, but they weren't really for me. They weren't for me. So I'm going to take a quick break, guys. I want to quickly thank everybody who gave a super chat during the month of January. And actually, because this is the first time I'm doing this thanks or whatever, because I haven't been doing the live streams for that many months now, I want to thank the folks who gave super chats during the first couple of lives that I did as well. So quick little break to thank those of you who donated and supported my channel during these lives. First up, I want to thank Jane Huang. Thank you so much. You were my first ever super chat. That was during the live that we did with the founder of Refer, whose name is Tom. Excuse me. And then I would also like to thank Anne-Marie Timmerman. Thank you so much for your super chat back in October when we did that same live. Anne-Marie leaves me a comment on every single video, so it's always a pleasure to see you, Anne-Marie, in these lives. Thank you so much, Nancy A, for your super chat. We have Heather Charon. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name. If any of you guys are here today, by the way, please hit me up in the chat and let everybody know that you're here today. Thank you. Thank you, Holly, for your super chat. She's on almost every single live, and she always has the funniest reactions and opinions to share with us. So thank you, Holly. Thank you, Sarah B, who's in. I know that you guys are here today. All right. So thank you for your super chat on our New Year's live. Thank you, Lisa Miller, who sent me a super sticker during, I think it was the last Pass or Yes that I did. Another one from Heather, another one from Heather Charon. Thank you so much. And finally, thank you to Dana Stallings for the super chat. So thank you guys for supporting my channel. I don't run any ads on these lives so that you guys are not interrupted. So if you want to support my channel or support me during the times that I'm going live, the super chats are the best way to do so. So thank you guys for supporting me. And maybe next time I'll put your names up on like a board or something, but I'm still a little bit new to this, so bear with me. Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. She said, love you and your content. I love you too, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ami. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. And if you do send a super chat, I was saying this before, please feel free to like ask a question or ask me to talk about a new release. It will be bumped. I can bump things to the top and prioritize that to you. The chat goes through super fast, so it's like the best way to get my attention. Oh, Kia, thank you. Thank you, Kia, for the super chat. She's on like almost every single live as well. I remember you guys, like if you have commented on a lot of my videos or if you're in these lives, I remember who you are and I remember your personality and everything. So thank you guys. Dana says, was the first super chat I sent to. Oh, that's fun. Well, thank you, Dana. That was very nice of you. Thank you, Kia. She says, I love your makeup today. Thank you, Kia, and thank you for supporting my channel. I really appreciate that. So you will be thanked in the next episode, okay? Oh, thank you, Natalka. Is this your first live? I remember you saying, you said something about that in the beginning. Sarah said, same, I never sent one before. Yeah, I know. I feel like a lot of us, we haven't been on that many live streams, but I've really been enjoying live streams lately. So I've been getting in, I watch live streams and I send super chats and I watch 3-hour live replays all the time. So, oh, welcome, Natalka. She says, this is my first live. Well, welcome. If it's your first live, please pop it in the chat and let us know. Let us know so we can welcome all the new people. Anyway, I just want to take a quick second to thank the people who have supported me because I'm very, very grateful and you deserve to be thanked for sending me your super thanks. But anyway, let me go and share my screen again. We're going to bop back into these new makeup releases. And one of you guys said you wanted to talk about the new Hermès lippies, which I do have these here. So 1 second. 1 second. Here they are. Here they are right here. Okay, so these are, can I make this bigger? Okay, I think that's a little bit easier for you guys to see. These are the new Hermès Spring Summer 2025 Brilliant Silky. Oh, sorry, Rouge Brilliant Silky. Rouge Brilliant Silky. And I think that there's going to be permanent shades, but also seasonal shades. Take a look at this packaging, friends. Like this is beautiful. I'm liking this. I like the shiny components. I always like the Hermès components. I know they're not for everybody, but I really like them. So the packaging is definitely on point. Let's see if I can, there we go. These are the shades. Comment and let me know which of these shades you're interested in. Oh wait, here's a better view. We have Rouge Auch. Rouge Auch is one of my favorite colors from Hermès. We have Brun de Amber. That's kind of like a nice nude. We have Rouge Brique, which is kind of like a soft brick red. Coral Japur. I'm sorry, no, I'm butchering this, but you can see the photo right there. Those look very similar. They don't look different enough to me. Maybe the coral one is a little bit lighter. Then we have Brun Cellier. Then we have Rouge Amazon. Ooh, that one looks good. I feel like Brun Cellier, that's going to be a bestseller because it's more nude. Beige Midi. Wow, that looks really nice. That makes the lips look very luscious. Rose Himalaya, that's maybe a little bit too light for me. And then we have Rose Boissé, Rouge Cassac. These are lovely colors. Rouge Grenade, Rose Hacienda. So which of these is sparking your fancy? I need to know. For me, these are going to be a yes, just because I really enjoy the Hermès lip products and I'd like to test them out. But I do think that, my recommendation to all of you is probably wait for a review. Like wait for me to spend the money and then I'll tell you if these are any good, because so many brands have come out with these shiny lipsticks. I feel like Hermes are a little bit late to the game on these, but I have a feeling these are going to be really beautiful. And I'm sure when I go to the Hermes boutique and they have these, I'm going to be swatching them and probably getting one or two. So let's see what you all are saying. Ooh, Kimberly says yes to the rouge. Oh, hi, Caleb. He says, I wonder if they will do a special edition for the lip balm. Hi, Sophia and chat. Caleb, I missed your live stream this week. I was so bummed. I had to edit a video, but I just finished watching the replay. So welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I don't know. Do they have a special edition for the lip balm, guys? Let us know. Because I don't think Caleb wears the colors. I think he likes the lip balm for his handbags. The lip balm is pretty good, I've heard. Pam says, Rose Bois, boys. I'm sorry. She says, that one is calling my name. Pink Sparkle says, I heart Hermes. Oh, wait, is Martina here? Hold on. Hi, Martina. Guys, go follow her channel. Look her up, Martina Lilly. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live. We got a good crew today. We got some other YouTube creators here. Sarah says, are there lip liners too? So Sarah, they already launched the lip liners. I think they're just featuring them there as like, ooh, you could get a lip liner also. They merchandise a lot of these things together in the store in a creative way, especially kind of pairing the different colors together. So I don't think they're coming out with new lip liners because they came out with so many shades already. Hi, Louise. She says, those are nice. I will wait till you buy. Yeah, wait till I get these, because does it say how expensive they're going to be? Let's see here. It doesn't say. It does say here, though, that beige halo and orange flash are going to be the limited edition ones. So, yeah. Martina says, beige tan will be mine. Michelle says, these are so beautiful, but I want to see how they wear first. Cheryl says, did you see the new Hermes boutique in Princeton last time you were here in New Jersey? No, Princeton is kind of far from us. So we're never up there. I wish that they had one near where I live. I'm close to Atlantic City, and they did open up luxury stores there years ago and they all closed down. Hey, Jacqueline, how are you? She says, I'm buying all, lol, the quota bag pre-spend. Yes, Jacqueline, exactly. If there's something that I can pick up, if I can just go in to say hi, I'll be like, oh, get one of those Rouge Brilliant Silky Shine lipsticks. I know. Check out Jacqueline's channel also, guys, because she reviews a lot of Hermès Beauty and Dior and Chanel and all the same stuff that I talk about. Holly says, yes to the Hermès. I love Rouge Amazon. Let's see. Natalka says, beige tan looks amazing, but I'll wait for reviews. Yes, welcome, Louise, to the live. You made it. You made it. Everyone's excited. We got all the creators in here today. Maria says, I'm not in love with any of the colors of those lippies. Yeah. There's a lot there, not even like the nude ones, but they're very sheer. So it depends on if you like sheer. Little Sin 21 says, I loved the Hermès lip oils, so I'm interested in these. I've never tried the Hermès lip oils. My sales associate was trying to recommend them to me, but I guess there wasn't really like a color that I was interested in. I also kind of wish that the lip oils had more luxurious packaging. Like the packaging is a little bit basic. I kind of was hoping for more. So, yeah. Nicole says that color gives the face of life. Which color, Nicole? Which one are you excited about? Hi, Daisy. She says, I'm excited for these. Louise says, I trust you always. Pink Sparkle says, I heard that they are redoing new colors. Ooh. For what, Pink Sparkle? Give us the scoop. Give us the scoop. Let's see what you guys are saying. Patsy says, I'm mainly buying for the packaging. Well, if you like this style of lipstick and it's within your budget, find the one with the packaging that you like the best. Why not, you know? Why not? Oh, hey, Erica. Did my live pop up in your feed? It's probably from all these amazing ladies and gentlemen thumbsing it up. So give this live a thumbs up, press the little heart button, send a super thanks if you want to support. Welcome, welcome to the live. Erica's a friend of mine, everybody. And we were talking about my live streams a little bit earlier this week. So we got a good crowd here today. And I'm sorry I'm so sniffly, guys. I wasn't like this before the live. I actually completely redid my makeup before this live as well. Kim says, did you already go over the new YSL blushes? Kim, we did that in the last episode, but I actually have a separate video you can find on my channel. I think it's only like 15 minutes long where I kind of clip that portion. So if you want to watch that after this, you can check that out and you can kind of see what the community is saying there. Hi, Paulina. Welcome. Welcome. Hello, Modern Azuma. Welcome to the live. It's good to see you here. I know so many of you, like I talked to so many of you guys on Instagram and obviously like in the comments and stuff. I'm excited when you're able to make the live. Oh, Jacqueline says the good thing about Hermès lippies is that they are refillable and you can definitely get your favorite packaging with your favorite shade. That's a good point. That's a good point. Oh, thank you, Louise. Thank you for the super chat. That is so generous of you. I appreciate you. You will be thanked now and also in the next live for sure. And Louise comments on so many of my videos. She always has such nice things to say, and she comes to the lives as well. So thank you, Louise. Appreciate you. If you have any questions for me, pop them in the chat. She said I had to do something. Thank you, Louise. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Little Sin 21 says, yeah, for Hermès and how much they cost, the applicator was basic. He's talking about the lip oils. The formula was nice and felt nourishing, and they smelled really good. I enjoyed them. Okay, well, next time I go to the boutique, sorry, I said him, Little Sin 21. Next time I go to the boutique, I will have to check them out. Holly says there's an awful respiratory illness going around. Yes, there is. I think I maybe have allergies. Like it's allergy season here, believe it or not. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Holly says, super thanks is a little something for Sophia to help buy mini cat toys. Super thanks is like in live streams, you can give a tip to the creator. Like it might say super sticker. You can send little fun stickers. It's like a fun thing to support my channel during the lives because I do turn off the ads for you guys so that you're not interrupted. Because some people were telling me that they were kind of annoying and then it got like Like you miss the live, and I don't like that. I want you to be able to see the whole thing. Because what if you showed up to hear, to hear about something, and then you have to like watch a bunch of ads? So I turn them off for the lives. Um, yeah, Pam says everyone who moves to DFW gets allergies. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Let me just check my little agenda here. See what we got going on. Okay, we're going to talk about the Victoria Beckham eyeshadow palettes next. So get your thoughts and questions ready. 1 second as I find the tab. Oh, wait, no, I lied. I have one more thing that I want to show you guys before we get to the Victoria Beckham. I spotted this right before, as I was like prepping for the live today. And actually, I spotted this on the Sephora website. Was it last night? Like within the past 24 hours, because I'm always looking at like the new makeup at Sephora. It says that it's in Europe. So well, I could have sworn I saw it on Sephora, but whatever. We're going to chat about it. This is the Prism Libre Glow Serum Foundation from Givenchy. It says the skin improving foundation for 24-hour blurring glow and 48-hour hydration. Powered by micro hyaluronic acid and ceramides, all the buzzwords here, yuzu extract, blurring glow, waterproof, transfer resistant, okay, powered by skincare ingredients, improves your skin during and after wear, boosted by prismatic light technology, a blend of soft focus powders creates a blurring effect, while light reflecting pearls contribute to diffusing the light for natural looking radiance. A delicious word salad. And this says 61 euros, coming soon in other countries. So what do we think about this? Have you all seen this in your country? Let's take a look at some of the photos here. It looks like something I would enjoy. Skin improving, blurring glow, 48 hours. What do we think of this shade range? Does it seem even enough? That looks beautiful. I guess it seems like it's supposed to be very blurring, but not necessarily dewy. It gives you that kind of like soft focus effect. What do you guys think? Paulina says, is it full coverage? It doesn't say, it does not say. I would think that it's maybe medium coverage. Just taking a look at the models, it looks very skin-like, but it's not like a skin tint. It's not like a skin tint. Let's see. Oh, Henu says Charlotte Holcroft reviewed this. Oh, she did? I didn't catch that. Mary says, I just got my Dior Hydra Foundation on your recommendation and the Lancome bronzer on Martina's recommendation today. So off the market for any foundations or bronzers for a while. I understand. Definitely let me know how you like that Dior foundation. I've been wearing that like almost every day. I need to finish up my Tom Ford foundation stick because it's going to expire. So that's what I'm wearing on my skin today. It's just like super quick. So I've been using that up when I'm not wearing the Dior one. Paulina says, I just bought the Dior Hydra one. Yep, I feel like a lot of us did. Oh no, I missed some other super chats. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Thank you, Tracy, for the super chat. I appreciate you. I know who you guys are. I appreciate all of your comments all the time. Thank you so, so much. Thank you for the super chat. And if you have any questions for me, pop them in the chat. Shug says, thank you. First off, thank you, Shug, for the super chat. She says, new toys for Minnie and her little brother. I think Luca's going to steal most of the toys, but Minnie's okay with that. I'll have to get Minnie another Snuggie because she keeps stealing my Snuggie. She really just wants like soft blankets to nap on. Luca's the one that plays with the toys. But thank you so much. I really appreciate all you guys. Did I miss any others? Oh, Pam sent me one too. Thank you, Pam. She says, my kitty is watching with me. And she says, hello to your kitty. Oh, Minnie says hello as well. Thank you, Pam. If she wakes up, she's napping over there right now. If she wakes up from her nap and comes over here, we'll do a mini break. Does that sound good? We'll do a mini break. So thank you, Pam. So thank you, Kia. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Louise. Tracy, Shug, thank you for the super chats. Appreciate you all. Holly says, I really enjoyed the Givenchy concealer. I would pick this up if I needed another foundation. This looks like the kind of thing that maybe I would eventually try, or I would get a sample because I do like the look of it. It says Glow Serum Foundation, which is telling me that it's kind of like lightweight and serum-y, but it's radiant and blurring. So that's kind of why I wanted to talk about this, because it actually did capture my attention. But we talked about a couple of foundations in the last episode, putting like the Dior one aside because I already talked about that. Like, which one would interest you guys more, the Hourglass, the Givenchy, or the Guerlain? Because I believe we talked about, let me see here. What were the other foundations? I remember we had the Guerlain Terracotta. There's a Prada cushion one coming out, but who knows what shades they're going to have in this. It's always like 3 shades. So I'm not going to get that. But let me know if there is a standout foundation. I will pick it up. Here's the Guerlain one that we talked about last week or 2 weeks ago. The Terracotta Le Tint Glow. This time of year, Q1, is always when we see a lot of foundations coming out because it's like, oh, you know, fresh start, new foundation, spring is coming, holidays are over, there's no holiday collections. So these brands come out with a lot of permanent things. And then, you know, a little bit later in the spring, there'll be seasonal sales and you can always get those foundations, or usually get those foundations for a little bit of a discount. This is the Hourglass one. I found out that I'm getting a package from Hourglass tomorrow, so I'm really curious to see if this is in it because I said I wasn't going to get this, but who knows? Maybe they sent it to me in PR. I don't know what or when they ever send me anything, but if they do, I'll obviously test it out. Let's see what you all are saying. Mary says, I got my Dior Hydra from the Dior website and got my stupid free pencils and paper. So if you've never shopped from the Dior website before, they had these little like free gifts. And it's weird because like on the one hand, we're kind of like very, we want free stuff because we spent all this money on this luxury beauty. And they do have little freebies. And every once in a while, the freebies are good. But then most of the time, they just end up being disappointing. I think I got pencils and like a little notebook as well. And I was like, what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this? Oh, and for the holidays, they had like a snow globe. I never got it. I got like a little tiny bottle of soap and a mini candle. It was so whack, guys. After all the money that I spend at Dior every single year, I got like a mini bottle of soap. It was ridiculous. Sarah B says, my no-buy is saving me from all the new foundations. I love that for you, Sarah. I don't need any new foundation. So I've kind of like, I haven't been reviewing quite as many. I'm kind of like taking my time a little bit with them. So yeah. Pamela says, I want your thoughts on the new Hourglass foundation. Their skin tint last year did nothing for me. I didn't like the skin tint either, Pamela. But maybe it seems like maybe they are sending it to me in PR because I did resist it this month. Louise says she's interested in the Guerlain, anything with glow. Holly says Dior Hydra is exclusive to Ulta right now. This is what I was told by a Dior sales associate. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was at Ulta. Or maybe I just didn't realize it wasn't at Sephora. The spring collection from Dior, has it been released anywhere else other than Dior? Like, I don't I don't think it's not at like Nordstrom or anything yet. Mika says anything full coverage for me. So yes. Bye, Jacqueline. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Oh, some folks were asking, is the Dior Hydra going to be at Sephora? I feel like it will eventually, right? Right? Hi, Zachary. Welcome. Louise said she went to Nordstrom, but it's not there. She's in Arizona. Mary says, I never got the snow globe either. Also got the candle, but got the tote, free lippy, and hand cream. Some didn't even get that. Dior needs to step up its game. I didn't get any of that. What are these freebies? Maybe I'm just not checking the site as much as I should because I don't know. They've annoyed me so many times. I kind of like gave up on their website. Pamela says, I hope Hourglass sent you the foundation. I love PR. Usually with PR, they will tell me and say, do you want this? Because I don't want things unless it's like specifically, oh, this is something that my subscribers are interested in. I don't want like random stuff. I don't need more things. And most of the time, they will say, like, here's some things you can choose. Like, they let me choose the shades. It's great. Like, PR has come a long way. I don't get those, like, huge packages that you see on TikTok and whatever. I don't get any of those. I don't usually get those. But there are a couple of brands where they don't tell me what they're going to send me and they don't let me pick the shades and they just kind of send it. So I'm very grateful, but sometimes I just really have no idea what I'm going to get and when. So it's like hard to plan around it. Swatches by Low says, is Guerlain leaving Sephora? It looked like everything moved to online and they don't stock many of the products. Yes, I've noticed this. This has been going on for about like a year or so. They have a lot of the skincare, but they don't have a lot of the makeup. But then like sometimes I'm surprised and they do have some stuff. So I have no idea. I'm very confused as well. Butterlight says, so the foundation with glow, does that mean that it's sparkly or dewy? So it usually means that it's a little more reflective, like there's light reflecting particles in it. Usually, that's what they mean. So many good comments today, guys. Holly says, if Isamaya is coming in, something has to go. Certainly for in store, right? Right? Tyga says, what did you buy when you were at Fashion File? I did not buy anything, Tyga, but I did see some things that I was interested in. And my birthday's coming up. So maybe I'll ask for some Fashion File gift cards. We shall see. I went to Fashion File specifically to film content. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out if you're into like getting a good discount on luxury bags, or if you just like if you just like luxury bags, eye candy, definitely check out that recent video. She said, I saw several items I wanted. I wanted all the items. Okay. I was like a kid in a candy store looking at all the luxury bags. It was super fun. Super fun. Louise says, I love when you shop, Sophia. Why can't I talk today? She said, I love when you shop, Sophia. My best also with your mom. Yeah, I know. We need to do another video together sometime soon. I do have some more shop with me videos coming up. I have a Pauline video if you like Pauline bags or if you're interested in those. I have a vintage shopping video coming up. And I also shot some video of some more bags at Fashion File to make some more videos for you guys in the near future. So I definitely have more of those coming up. Butterlight says, I heard that Violette France is coming to Sephora. Yes, I did hear that. I did hear that. Where did I hear that? Was that on Makeup Crazy? Let's see. We're going to talk about Isamaya in a second. So Rhode is coming to Sephora. That's very interesting. Not luxury, but worth mentioning just as like a little tidbit there. could have sworn there was something here. A form of news. Yeah, I also heard that Violette is coming to Sephora, but I can't remember where the post is here, so excuse me. But if you've never tried their stuff, they have really good lip products. And I think it would be great to have them in Sephora. I feel like a lot of people would like them, you know? You know? Tamara says Guerlain eyeshadow palettes are at Costco online. I snagged a few at the Costco price. What? Let's look this up. Can I look at it if I'm not like a Costco member? Oh my gosh, what? Oh, they're all sold out. That's crazy though. What colors did you get? What was the price? I want to know. I hope this doesn't mean that they're discontinuing these. Hi Ashley, welcome. Welcome. Zachary is asking if I have any updates on Dior summer makeup. I don't. I have not seen any sneak peeks on the Dior summer makeup. Let me see what you guys are saying. Littleson 21. She says, can Sephora display most of Isamaya's packaging in store? That brand isn't subtle. Oh, I know. We're going to talk about that in a second. You are correct. I don't think she's going to be selling the you-know-whats in Sephora. Pam says, I'm excited about Rhode going into Sephora. I'm excited to check out more of those products in person. I did not enjoy the blushes at all. I actually thought I would like them, but I didn't like them at all. The peptide lip balm is pretty good, but the packaging is very cheap. I haven't tried anything else from them. Christiane. Hi, Christiane. She says that the Violette FR are her favorite lipsticks. I wore one of them the other day, and I was like, oh, I forgot how good these are. Ashley says, hopefully Rhode comes out with new products more frequently then. Yeah. Because if you're at Sephora, you kind of have to meet a certain quota, I heard. So Littleson21 says, headed straight to the Costco app. Yes, girl, you go to the Costco app. I don't have a Costco membership, but I think Tyler's mom does. Let's see. Oh, Pam says, can we take a second to roast Charlotte Tilbury's new eyeshadow packaging? What in the makeup revolution is she thinking? Yes, Pam, we talked about that in the last episode. I agree. Hold on, let me go back here. I'll share this tab. I know Amit has it here somewhere. Oopsie, didn't mean to click on that. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this packaging. It's a little cheapy, but the swatches looked really beautiful. I do like the look of that olive one. It seems like olive greens are very on trend right now. Very on trend. Hello, Sanja. Did I pronounce your name all right? She says hello from Sydney. Welcome. Yes, Louise, I know that the Isamaya stuff is on Trend Mood. Don't worry, I've got like 8 tabs already for the Isamaya stuff. Holly says $69 for the Guerlain quads at Costco. What does this mean? Pink Sparkle says Color Pop. Yeah, I thought that the Charlotte Tilbury looked like Color Pop as well. Yes. We have some new people that have popped in, so just want to give a quick welcome and just a quick reminder to like this live, or you can also press the little heart icon if you want to send some little hearts to me in the group. I think you can send a bunch of different emojis, but definitely give this live a thumbs up, whether you are watching the replay or if you are watching live. Hi, Holly from Mississippi. No, Christiane, we're about to talk about the new Victoria Beckham palettes in just a second. In just a second. Kimberly says, unpopular opinion, but I like it because I have so many eyeshadow palettes and it takes me a long time to open them so I can make up my mind on what I want to wear, talking for the Charlotte Tilbury. Yeah, I know what you mean. I have all of mine labeled, but depending on how you store things, like it can be kind of annoying, right? Right? I have to display all my stuff in such a way where it's easy to find. Hi, Verena from the UK. Welcome to the live. Hi, Minnie from California. If you came in the past couple of minutes, like say hello, let us know where you're watching from, and give this live a thumbs up. And subscribe if you're new here, because I live stream every single week at 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. And I have other videos that come out throughout the week as well about everyday beauty and accessible luxury style. Pamela says the price is too high to not provide a luxury experience. That's the thing. Like if they were going to be a little bit cheaper, that'd be one thing. But because it's so expensive, I'm like, ugh. I usually like the packaging from Charlotte Tilbury. Like I actually think she does a pretty good job with a lot of her face palettes and stuff. Hi, Lachey. Welcome. Hi, Sanja. Hi, ECB. Hi, Sylvie from Fort Worth. Sylvie, I'm going to the rodeo this weekend. I just got tickets for the finals. I think it's the finals at the Dickies Arena. I got to clean up my boots, polish them up. Lauren says, I think the clear lid is to showcase the colors. I wish it was her usual fancy fun packaging in the different colors so you can tell them apart, aka the YSL blushes. That's a really good point, Lauren. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think maybe she's trying to compete with the Dior backstage palettes because they're thinking, oh, Dior can get away with this like cheapy packaging. I do like the Dior palettes, but the packaging is like cheapy, right? But the Dior palettes are branded to kind of be like the makeup artist backstage line, whereas Charlotte Tilbury is not branded that way. Charlotte Tilbury is branded to be like an old school Hollywood glamour, where it's like, oh, I'm opening up my like glamorous palette. So it's like, Charlotte Tilbury, where's the glamour? Where's the glamour, darlings? Charlotte Tilbury. Like, where's the glamour? I would love to see some sort of like branded, colorful component, like the front of the component, like designed in some way. Like she sure did it for the fragrances. Like let's see it for the eyeshadows. I would love to see that. Hi, Ivar. Welcome back from Panama. Thank you, Christiane. That's so nice of you. She said you're my favorite YouTuber. That's crazy to me. That's crazy when people say that to me. I appreciate that. Patsy says, do we know how much these palettes will be? Hold on, let me look here. Let me zoom out a little bit. I don't know. Does anybody know? Help me out. Are they on trend mood? You can see I've got all of the people here I'm checking. I don't know how much they'll be. Like, oh, here we go. It doesn't say. It does not say. I heard that Wayne Goss did a little swatch try on thing. I didn't get a chance to watch his video, but a lot of people were telling me about that. Lisa is not a fan. She said, just got a CT highlighter and the packaging is so cheap and flimsy. Oh, is it like her classic ones? Let us know. Which one did you get? Hi, Amy from Melbourne, Australia. And some of you guys, including Little Sin 21, she's saying, just FYI, I'm also seeing some Tom Ford quads for $55.99 at Costco. Also Gucci makeup. Is this like, do I need to do a video that's like, I bought luxury makeup at Costco, something like that? Court Jam says, hi, online bestie. Hello. Hello. Michelle says, exactly. I think of Charlotte Tilbury, I think of glamour, and this isn't it. Karen says, hi, Karen. I feel like she may be on the same road as PML, Pat McGrath Labs. I know, right? Right? Let's see here. Lauren says, every time I see a well-used Dior Backstage highlight quad, the clear plastic lid is broken off. That's my concern with the Charlotte palette. We've all been there, right? With like a drugstore palette or something where like this little hinge right here pops off. I know I've been there. Butterlight said that she heard these are going to be $70. Hi, Isabel. Welcome. Okay. Some of you are saying 60. Some of you are saying 70. Aileen says, I'm guessing 65. Oh, Amit says, I have info from the company. Oh, and she says $60 each. Okay. Straight from the source. Straight from the source. Pam says, if they are more expensive than the Dior Backstage, I'm going to laugh. No, Charlotte, you're not that special. Karen says, I feel like she might be trying to cut costs to increase revenue like Pat McGrath. That's a very interesting thought. Very interesting thought. Mary says, Sophia, would you consider enacting membership so we can support your channel more? Yes, Mary, I am planning on launching a membership. If you guys have any ideas on what you would like me to include for the membership, just let me know. I already did like a feedback poll, so I already know like what price and stuff you guys are looking for. The holidays were crazy and then I've been sick. So I'm trying to get some videos filmed so that when you guys are able to join the membership, there's something for you to watch. I just want there to be exclusive content for my members and exclusive live streams as well. So if you have any ideas, definitely email me. My email's on my YouTube account or DM me on Instagram. Let me know. Let me know. Sarah says, did you see the video where Wayne Goss snipped you in? I did see that. You all told me about it. One of you guys on a live told me about it. And then after the live, I went and looked it up. I was like, oh my gosh. And it was back in my old apartment. Oh my gosh, Aileen. She says they sell Le Labo at Costco too. Lol. What? Me and my mom love Le Labo. Actually, funny story. We stayed at a hotel. Where was it? Maybe it was the hotel we stayed at when we first visited Dallas. And they had this like fancy Le Labo soap. And Tyler was like, I love this soap. I'm obsessed with this. I think it might have been the Rose 31, if I'm not mistaken. That's my mom's favorite. And now he's just, maybe I should get him some Le Labo soap for Valentine's Day. Because he's a Le Labo fan for life. He's like, oh, I love that soap. Sylvie says she's seen Cicely at Costco. Okay, this sounds like maybe a video idea. Hold on, I'm going to write this down. Check out Costco. Costco. I'm not lying. I'm writing this down. Okay. All right. What else are you saying? Because we gotta get over. Oh, hey, Glory. She says, saw your live while coming onto YouTube to click stuff. That's great. Welcome. Glory's a friend of mine. She also has a YouTube channel, so definitely check her out. Definitely check her out. Kia says Patreon. I'm not going to do a Patreon because I don't think it makes sense to send you guys to a separate platform when I could just do it here on YouTube, and it all can be integrated into these other features and things that we do on a regular basis. So yeah. Sandra says, can we have a makeup conference, Sophia's friends in Hawaii at the end of the year? That'd be so fun. If you guys want to do like a subscriber meetup in Dallas or something, like if anybody ever wants to visit and we do a weekend or something, like I'd do something like that. I just don't know who would show up. That's the thing. It's like hosting a party and you're like, I don't know if anyone's going to show up. So, Mary says, I like Chatty Get Ready With Me for members. Yeah, those are the kinds of videos that I like to watch too. Let's see. Hi, Jackie from Kansas City. Hello. Hi, Sarah from Denver. Holly says, don't tempt me, Sophia. You guys said you'd show up. Pamela says, I would come to Dallas. Maybe I should do at least to start like a Dallas meetup or something like that, just to like do something to start. I know Caleb does member meetups and people like fly to Chicago or they like drive to Chicago and they go shopping and stuff in Chicago. So maybe there's a local business who's willing to host me or something like that. Shoes and makeup girl. Are we the same person? She says, I would show up for a meet in Dallas. Holly says, I'm not that far from Dallas. Caleb says, member meetups are so much fun. Okay, a lot of you are saying you would come. Well, maybe I will start by doing just like a general, like an afternoon. We could start with that. Hi, Jane. She says, good evening from freezing cold Boston. Jane, come visit. It's going to be like 80 degrees on Saturday, I think. I'm so ready for it. You guys know I love warm weather. You guys know. All right, so maybe I'll think of a meetup or something, and I'll tell you a couple weeks in advance. My goodness, you guys are chatty. Okay, Holly says, it was 75 degrees today in North Alabama. That sounds nice. Butterlight says, let's go shopping at Stanley Korshak. I've always wanted to go there, and it's not far from me. There's a restaurant right next to it that we go to all the time. It's like a wine bar. Maybe I'll have them meet up there, and then we can go to Stanley Korshak and shop. Oh, Jane said, oh, sorry, hold on. I'm trying to follow all your comments. Minnie says, your makeup is beautiful today, Sophia. Your eyeliners are killing me. Love. Thank you. I literally did this makeup like 15 minutes before the live, and I was like, should I do liquid liner? Is this going to look awful? I used to do a wing like this every single day for like several years. It was my thing. Like I always just did black winged liner. I'm wearing the Isamaya palette, the industrial palette today. I don't want to tease you, but you can't get this anymore. And then I've got this lippy with the little horsey from the Wild Star collection. Oh yeah, what lipstick are you wearing? It's this metallic lippy, which looks cool, right? It looks very metallic because I have every light in my room shining on my face right now. But she just launched some similar ones at Sephora. Pamela says her husband's family lives in Boston and they're so jealous. Yeah, this is the time of year where we can like brag about how nice it is if you live like in the South or Southwest. Okay, sorry we went off on that long tangent. Okay, hold on one second. I'm just gonna prep these tabs here because we went to Costco. We went to a lot of different places here. Okay. Let me see. We are going to talk about the Victoria Beckham Beauty stuff. All right. Cool. Sorry about that, guys. What's up, friends? Welcome back to another Pass or Yes. This is the episode on my channel where we talk about all of the newest, hottest makeup releases on social media. And I let you guys know, is it going to be a pass or is it going to be a yes? And today we're going to be talking about the new eyeshadow palettes from Victoria Beckham Beauty. She did just relaunch these. She discontinued the old ones, and we're going to be talking all about it today, whether or not it is an improvement or whether or not it is maybe a money grab, because we are talking about a bit of a price increase here, but we're going to get into all of it today. And if you are watching this video on the replay, this is being recorded in front of a live digital audience. So not only are you going to hear about this new makeup release and what I think about it, but more importantly, you're going to hear all of the thoughts, comments, positive, negative, salty, anything from the Sophia Sees Beauty community. So I'm going to be reading all of the comments as we go along. Before we talk about the new release, though, I do want to quickly show you what these eyeshadow palettes look like before kind of like the revamp, just to kind of set a base right here for us. Let me share my screen. Here we go. So here's what the older, I should say, like OG palettes look like. I did notice that earlier this week, she removed these from her site because I was chatting about these in, I think it was my favorites video, my January monthly favorites, which I do every single month. And I noticed that she had them on her site. And then the next day, she did not have them on her site at all. So this is what they used to look like. You can still get them. I will have them linked down below. They're already linked down there. So definitely check them out if you want to get them at the cheaper price, or for whatever reason you like this color story better. So, oh, hold on. I forgot to tell the people on the replay to like the video. And if you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel. Not only do I live stream every single Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, but I also do at least 2 or 3 other videos each week about everyday beauty and accessible luxury style. So if you like talking about new makeup releases, join us on our next live, or subscribe to my channel for more makeup updates. And please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. All right, let me go back to this. So as you can see, this palette, there's no dividers. Like, it's just all one brick. It's called the Smoky Eye Brick. Retails for $60. I believe there used to be 4 separate colorways, and it's not refillable. Like, it's just one whole brick with 4 separate shades. And then let me see if I can show you guys the packaging here. The packaging is very similar to, doesn't show it here on Neiman Marcus, but the packaging is similar to the rest that she has in her line. It's very weighty. It's got that kind of, it's not tortoise shell. It's like a type of horn print, I've been told, but it's very luxurious packaging, very luxurious formula, very silky, smooth formula. And these weren't popular for whatever reason. Like, the formula is really good, but they really were not all that popular. And these retailed for $60. Again, these are discontinued, but you can still get some of the colorways at some of these other, department stores, etc. So let's take a look at the new release here. Now, instead of the Smoky Eye Brick, these are called the Eye Wardrobe, I believe, and they're going to be launched in 4 different colorways. We have Navy Noir, which is the blue one. We have Victoria, which is this one in the bottom right, which is kind of like a, sort of like a smoky aubergine style of palette. We also have more of like a classic smoky eye. This one is called Night Flash. And then finally, we have what I think is my favorite. This one is called Olive, and this colorway is very popular this season, this year. It's surprising because we're kind of going into spring right now, but at least here in like the Northern Hemisphere, but we're still seeing a lot of like olive kind of grungy tone palettes. We saw Olive Smoke from Tom Ford. I recently reviewed that for you guys. And we're seeing one from Charlotte Tilbury, which we recently discussed. So I'm surprised to see so many olive palettes. So these are the major changes, guys, to the palettes. And I would love to hear your thoughts on whether or not you think this is a huge improvement. Obviously, we don't know what the formula is going to be, but it looks like, at least just at a glance, these are a little bit more metallic looking than the ones that she had previously. Not to mention, you're getting different finishes in these palettes. So before, it was kind of like all just more of like a satin formula, satin to matte. Whereas now in the palettes, you're getting a mixture of soft satins, but also mattes. So I actually think that that's a big improvement. You're getting a little bit more of like a wider range of tones in each palette as well. You also are getting, these are refillable. So I think that that's an interesting change that she's made. I guess maybe she's going for more of like an eco-friendly vibe. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. We'll find out in a second. And then the other major change is that she added dividers or separators between each of the shades, which Apparently, a lot of people used to complain about that. I I don't know why. Like it wasn't an issue for me, but maybe if you used the palette quite a bit, like maybe the whole brick would kind of break, or maybe people had issues with it cracking. I'm not really sure, but a lot of people wanted dividers. So it sounds like she listened to her customers on a lot of these improvements. Now, the component is separate from the refill. Let's see if we can see here. Here, you can see this is the refill. So when you're shopping, just make sure you're getting the component with the refill and not just the refill, okay? But this is what the refills look like. And then they go in the component like this. The component, a lot of people have asked me, is this the same size as the old one? I'm not sure yet. I think they're probably going to be the same size. I don't know if you'd be able to, reuse the ones that you have. I don't have those details yet. If any of you guys know, pop them in the chat. But the component is pretty much the same. Some people have said that the components don't stay closed very well, so perhaps she has improved that. And then I think the last thing to note is that one of the shades in each of the palettes is like a little bit larger. So you can see like the light blue here, we've got the brown here. And I think that's pretty smart because like that's probably the shade that you're going to use the most. It's like the transition shade, or maybe more of like your one and done style of shade. It's the shade that a lot of us tend to pan the most. And especially if you're going to be doing refillable palettes and you're going for more of like an eco-friendly type of, direction. I think that's smart because, when you pan one shadow, it's like, do you really want to buy a whole refill? That's not super eco-friendly. So maybe that's what she's trying to get at here. Now, moving on to the price, here's the thing. With all of these, what some may call improvements, the price is $15 more. So because they're refillable, you're paying $50 for the refill, but it's $75 altogether if you want to get the refill plus the case. So again, just make sure you're getting the full thing if that is what you want. The old palettes used to be $60 and now they're $70. So I would love to hear from all of you whether or not you think that that's worth it. How do you feel about this? Let's see what you're saying. 1 second. Pamela says, Victoria Beckham's new eyeshadow bricks look so cool. Her liners are so good. She does have fabulous liners. Marmar says, I think I prefer the old ones. Why is that, Marmar? Let us know. Let us know. Sandra says, I snatched 2 at 25% off. Still expensive, but palatable. Is that the older ones, Sandra? Let us know. She said, I'm not super impressed with the new eye bricks. Okay, so I think you probably got the older ones on sale. Butterlight says, I thought the old shadows were quite boring and super flat. I'm liking that she added some dimension to the palettes. That's a really great point. The older ones, it'd be like a lot of medium tones together or a lot of really light tones together. I really like the fact that she mixed up all of the different finishes. I think that's brilliant. I mean, it's not brilliant, it's normal, right? But I think it's an improvement is what I mean. I think that's what I mean. Holly says, I hope she fixed the packaging. They popped open on their own sometimes. Yeah, sometimes they do pop open. I've experienced that. Like the packaging is super luxurious and weighty if you've never tried these before, but they do tend to pop open. So I hope she fixed that. It seems like she's listening to her customers when it comes to all of these improvements. I'm just a little bit bummed that it's $15 more because the price of everything just keeps going up and up. Aileen says, OMG, I need the bottom right. That is the one that it seems like everybody is excited for because I guess it's the most neutral. I'm kind of surprised that she didn't come out with one that was a little bit lighter in tone because let me show you here. Here it is. It's kind of a smoky palette. Am I right? Like, that's a pretty dark colorway. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm gonna get this one. I'm gonna get this is a yes. This is a yes for me if I didn't say it already. I don't like that these are more expensive, but I like the improvements that she made, and I am willing to give these a try. This one looks gorgeous to me. But yeah, I'm surprised she didn't do at least one that was like a little bit more subtle. I did a poll on my Instagram, and these were the results of the poll. So the most popular one that you guys wanted was the one that's called Victoria, which is the bottom right. And then I believe it was Olive was the next one you guys wanted. And those are the two that I'm going to get. And then the next one was Night Flash, which is the smoky eye one in the upper left. And then the least popular one was the blue one, which is called Navy Noir. I actually think that one looks so gorgeous, but I think a lot of people, they just don't want that bright pop of blue. Sadly, I would love this, but I know that I have that Hermès one that's so gorgeous. So I'm going to get the two that you all want to see me review. Christiane says, I have all 4 of the eye brick ones and I love them. Oh, wow. You have all 4. I have 2. I love them as well. I really like this formula. I've heard mixed things. Like some of you guys love them. Some of you guys are like, no, they were dusty. So I don't know. I haven't tried them all, but I have one shimmer one and I have one kind of satin matte one. And I really like both of them. But these look like they're going to have more pigment and more impact. So I'm curious to see if her core audience is interested in them. Aileen says, need it, meow. Lisa says, I love the original one. It's a great everyday basic. The new one looks gorgeous. Jessa says, I have an OG palette with this new divided refill fit. We're not sure, Jessa. We're not quite sure because these might be, who knows, maybe slightly longer or thicker just because you have the dividers in them. But I will definitely let you know once I get these. So yeah. Sandra says, I have these shadows a million times over. They're not groundbreaking color stories. They are very Victoria Beckham, though. Like, they're super on brand. So yeah. Mary says, I have the OG Victoria eye brick and I never reach for it because I'm not about the neutrals right now. Picked up olives. Can't wait for it to arrive. Holly says, I will be ordering at least one of these. Victoria for sure, possibly Night Flash. Karen says, I never bought any of the old ones. I didn't like the way they blended together. I'm excited about these. Christiane says, I love these new ones. Excited about trying one. Okay, guys, tell me, which color would you try if you're interested in these? Patsy says she pre-ordered the brown one. I think you mean this one, right? Victoria. That one seems to be the most popular. Amit says, I was really excited about the new Victoria Beckham eyeshadows, but the swatches I saw are so dark. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Amit. I feel like these are kind of dark. Like, I sort of think that her customer likes softer shadows, but sometimes we see swatches and the person like tried really hard to make it look, to make the swatches stand out. And maybe when they go on the eyes, they're not as pigmented. They do have Victoria Beckham Beauty. They have a counter at Neiman Marcus here in Dallas where I live. So I'm curious to see if they're going to have these there because maybe I could go and swatch the other shades for you all. ECB says, is $60 the magic number now? Do you know how much the refills are? So the refills are $50 ECB, and then the full shebang, the palette with the compact is $75. So if you wanted to order this, as a complete palette like you see it here, it would be $75. Patsy says, I think the dividers are probably there for the different formulas within the palette. Yes, it definitely makes sense to have dividers if you're going to have different formulas in the palette. Totally. Hi, Janine. She says, I'm excited for these palettes. I like that there are different finishes. I'm just hoping they are not too glittery. Same, Janine. And also, I have to complain about the olive one. Sorry, Sophia. I wish it was cool toned. Yeah, she really only did these top two as the cool tone ones, right? Right? Sandra says, I like the idea of a larger shade. Yeah, I like the idea of the larger shade as well. I guess she did do that for her other palettes, right? Where it's like the softer shade is the larger one. So yeah, Karen says the layout stays with her brand. Hey New says Hey New says love when brands listen to their customers. Me too. Me too. It sounds like most of you are happy about this change as opposed to it looking kind of like a cash grab because I don't think that this was a bestseller for the brand. So I think that they were just trying to figure out, hey, like how can we make this resonate better with our customers so that we can sell more, or even if it's only a little bit more, they're kind of making up for it with the price. Like they're trying to make it the best they can be. The question is, is it $15 more? So I guess I'll be the judge of that when I get these. Yeah. And yeah, Michelle makes a good point. Like you can buy one compact and an eyeshadow and you can kind of like, choose your palette for the day. I personally don't do that. Like I just like to have everything in its own compact, but I know some people, they're like, "Oh, I'll just buy the refill and I'll just use it like that." I end up like dropping things if I don't have them in their own compact. Like I need to just have I need it to have its own. Like I don't end up swapping them out personally. So, yeah. Jessica says, yes, the dark swatches I've seen are concerning me too. Karen says, yes, I want at least the bottom two. So the two that I'm going to be getting. Yeah. Lisa says, the bottom right one is gorgeous. Yes, it sounds like a lot of you are excited about it. Just know that's a very smoky palette. There's only one kind of light to medium shade. So if you're not looking for a smoky look, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend that one. I kind of wish that she had put one lighter shimmer. I wish that pewter shade, that shimmering pewter shade was a lighter, like gray or taupe or something like that. So yeah. Sylvie says they look beautiful, cheaper than Clé de Peau or Hermès. I'm interested. That's a good point, Sylvie, right? Like Clé de Peau and Hermès have palettes that are like $100, right? And I actually think that this packaging is more luxurious than both of those brands. So I can't necessarily complain about the $15 price increase when I'm buying these other ones, right? So yeah. Pam says, I'm on the fence about the neutral one. I think I'll wait for reviews. Henu says, I wish Victoria Beckham was sold at Sephora. Yeah, she doesn't really sell at a lot of retailers. There's not a lot of places where you can swatch her brand in person, which is why I review a lot of her stuff, because I think it's helpful to see other people swatch it and demo it for you. Michelle says, I joked that if the price was higher, she better have put the Augustina's Batter skincare in it. Ah, that's true. Good point, Michelle. That's funny. Yeah, because a lot of her like base products and her primer and her concealer and maybe another thing I'm forgetting have like the Augustina's Batter skincare infused properties. So yeah. Anusuya, welcome. She said, I just woke up seeing the live. Where are you watching from? Remind me what country you're in. Sandra says, I'm not paying $125 for this. Refill only at Black Friday. It's not $125, Sandra. It's $75. You don't have to pay $75 plus $50. It's $75 for the whole thing. $75 for the whole thing. And if you just joined us or if you are watching us on the replay, because I noticed we do have some more folks that just came in, okay? Maybe some people are getting ready for bed and joining us tonight. Don't forget to give this live a thumbs up. And if you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe to my channel. We go live every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We do Pass or Yes every other week. And then in the interim weeks, we do other topics. Next week, we're going to be talking about the hottest beauty trends of 2025, especially spring trends. So don't forget about that. We're also going to be having a small giveaway in this live tonight. So make sure you stick around. And also, I can't say anything, but I am trying to plan a bigger Valentine's Day giveaway prize for next week. So make sure you tune in next week at 8 p.m. Eastern for our top trends of 2025. So yeah, give this live a thumbs up. And if you would like to support my channel and give a super chat, you can click the little $sign that pops up in the comment box as well. And you could submit any question you want for me, or if you want me to talk about a specific release here during the live, we will bop over to that. So yes, let's see what else you guys are saying. Heather says, I'm going to get the Victoria one, but I wish you put a lighter shade in it. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Kathleen says, all the palettes are smoky, but Victoria's style is very smoky. This looks like her. That's a good point. She does like a smoky eye. It seems like what they've done in these looks is they've kind of left a lot of negative space. Excuse me. Like they haven't overdone it too much. I don't know. I guess they're kind of smoky. This one in particular, they kind of use the shadows as more of a liner, which I think looks really cool. But yeah, I don't know. I guess they're smoky looks. So yeah. Mary says, that is the same one that I was thinking, and I'm surprised that there isn't a light one. I think that, yeah, I'm curious to see how these sell. I think it was a mistake for her not to include at least one like very light one with lighter, brighter daytime colors. So yeah. Mary says, so glad you're also getting olive. Will give me tips on how to use it. Yes, for sure, Mary. Shoes and Makeup Girl says, are these palettes available for purchase in the US? Yes, I do have these linked in the description box. So if you want either the older ones that I just showed you or these, I have both linked in the description box if you want to check them out. If you want to follow along with me here, you can view these on her website. So you can buy these right now if you want. Those are affiliate links, however. Do just want to mention that. So I earn a small commission when you shop through those links. Just want to make sure I say that. Holly says, the blue is beautiful, but I have one palette and that's all I need. Yeah, I totally get it because it's pretty bright. Oh, thank you, Carol, for the super chat. Carol Garrett, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting my channel, Carol. I appreciate you. If you have any questions, any beauty questions, definitely let me know in the chat and I will try and get those answered for you. And I'll make sure to thank everybody who gave a super chat in this live today, in the next live as well. So you can get all of your special thanks. If you're watching this live, I do turn off the advertisements so you're not interrupted. I feel like that's so annoying when you're watching a YouTube live. And it does seem like YouTube is putting a lot more ads than usual in a lot of videos. And I don't really have a lot of control over them. So if you'd like to send a super chat to support me during the like 3 hours or so that I do these lives, you're free to do so. It's not expected, but thank you, Carol. I do appreciate that. Just make sure I didn't miss anybody. Marmar, you sent me one and I missed it. Or did you just send it? No, you just send it. Thank you, Marmar. Thank you for joining another live. She says, love, 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 love your channel. Thanks, Sophie, for a fantastic live chat. Thank you, Marmar. I appreciate you. That's really nice of you. Thank you so much. This is awesome. I'll have to see if I'm working on getting like some sound effects and some like different things I can put in here to make it more fun so we can celebrate when we do giveaways and we've got super chats and all that kind of stuff. So bear with me, guys. And if you have any ideas, definitely send me an email and let me know. Definitely let me know. Hold on. What did I miss? There's so many people in the live today. This is awesome. Pam says, these feel more like nighttime date night. Sorry, Pam Pam says these feel more like nighttime, date night, and party palettes. I think so. I do like to get ready. I do like to do more of a smoky look for like a date night or drinks because I pretty much am in this room working like all day and all evening most days of the week. So when I have that one date night, I'm like, ooh, what palette am I going to use? And I usually go for something cute like this to play with. Christiane says, definitely ordering Victoria. I'm gravitating towards smaller palettes these days. Perfect for traveling. Yeah, these are good for traveling. Probably better than the other ones, right? Because the other ones were probably a little bit more prone to like shattering. Mary says, my mind is always blown when Martina Lily tells us how much makeup costs in Aussie money. Yes, all of you that live in Australia or New Zealand or even Canada, it's so much more expensive. And my mind is just blown. Like, so I understand, like some of these new beauty releases, they don't make a lot of sense with the prices that you guys are paying. Chris says, do we like Victoria more or Night Flash? It's just extra spendy after she put the OG on sale. Feels more than $75. Yes, I know what you mean. It does feel extra spendy after she had the sale. But these might be more to some people's taste because of all of the, changes and improvements she made. Yeah. Mary says, excited about this launch, taking these in a new direction with multiple finishes. April is saying, it looks good, but not every day for me, too deep. Yes, I think a lot of people are going to feel that way. Ivar says, I don't know if you will be able to buy just the compact. With the bronzers, you can't. That's a very good point, Ivar, because yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to just buy a compact. I think that you're going to have to buy one and then you can buy refills. So, yes, she does have the bronzer and the bronzer is refillable. Yeah, like if she does it with the bronzers, it does make sense that she does it with other products. Do you think that she will come out with blushes this year? I think that she should come out with blush duos, just like the bronzers. You know how the bronzers have the two shades? I think she should come out with blush duos that look like that, refillable ones that are like smaller size like this. I think she should do that. My prediction. You heard it here first. Kind of like those Tom Ford ones from a while back. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hi, Katerina. She says, Sophia, you're my perfect shade twin, so I hope you try all the foundations and skin tints ever. That's awesome. We're shade twins. X Goulette X says, I rather get a Natasha Denona palette, but it's very pretty and her formulas aren't necessarily bad. No, I like her formulas a lot. I like them a lot, yeah. Aileen says, I hope she comes out with more complexion products like a foundation and powder. Yes, same. I think that she does everything very intentionally. And so when she comes out with something, you know that she's put a lot of thought into it. Like she doesn't come out with things every 2 seconds. She will come out with, maybe a seasonal color, especially for the eyeliners. I think that those are very quick and easy for them to produce a new shade. But I like that about her brand because I don't feel super rushed. I feel like, okay, this is, more special. Good night, Louise. She says, kisses, Sophia, gotta walk the doggo. Good night. Kia says, does anyone know if Estee Lauder is still manufacturing her products? Are they? I don't know. Comment and let us know, guys. I'm not aware of that. I know that she used to do, she did like a collab with Estee Lauder before she launched her line, but I don't know if Estee Lauder actually produces her products. I have no idea, actually. I don't know. Ex Goulette says it's 2:30 a.m. in Scotland. Hope everyone's morning, evening, night is going well. Thanks for spending your night with us. 2:30 a.m. That's like my bedtime. I'm like just getting revved up at midnight, guys. I'm a night owl. Hillary says, I want the blue version of this palette. Yeah, the blue one is gorgeous. Shoes and Makeup Girl says, yay, happy V-Day and Galentine's Day, y'all. Yes, happy Galentine's. Happy Galentine's. Should I do a Galentine's get ready with me or something like that? Maybe I will do that. Oh my goodness, I have so many chats to catch up on. Michelle says, oh man, that would be gorgeous. We need that ASAP. I think you're talking about my blush idea. Not that we need more blushes. I'm just giving that idea to the Victoria Beckham team. If they want to hire me as a consultant, I am available. I tend to know what will sell well. Aileen says, Victoria Beckham never misses. Sandra says, midday coffee with Sophia's and friends live. Cannot ask for more. Yeah, that's awesome. Very relaxing, right? Michelle says, yes, a Galentine's Day. Get ready with me. I should do something like that. Maybe like a weekend one. Is Valentine's on a Friday, though? I'll have to see if I have time for that. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll do it during the day. I don't know if you guys are available during the day. Like, would you watch a live during the day? Because most of you are watching my videos at lunchtime. That's when most of my viewers watch them. Like, would you come to a daytime live in the middle of the week? I don't know. If people would show up, then I'd do it. Any last thoughts on these palettes? Any last thoughts? Wow, we have 225 people in this live. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I don't know how many thumbs up we have so far. And if you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel. I upload new videos every single week about everyday makeup and accessible luxury style. And we go live every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We often do these Past or Yes episodes talking about new makeup releases, but we infuse a little bit of beauty and fashion news as well. So make sure you join us next week on the next live if you are free, and subscribe for more videos all the time. All right. Who's ready for the next release? Who's ready for the next release? Let me check my tabs. Okay. Have we seen these new Dior luminizers? Let me read you the description. It says, new. A highlighter is coming as part of the Spring 2025 collection. The Forever Glow Luminizer is a gel powder that will be in 5 shades and 3 different finishes. Contains fine micro pearls, highlighting the skin with a clear, smooth shine. We have 02 Gold Halo, gold with a rosy, oh, that sounds pretty, gold with a rosy, healthy glow. We have 03 Pink Halo, pale pink with a natural shine and brightness. We have Strobe. Oh, Strobe is a different finish. So sparkle woven with 2 tones. Contains, okay, I'm sorry. Let me back up here. There's 2 different finishes. Or no, there's multiple finishes. There's Halo, Strobe, and Sequin. Okay? The Halo is a satin-like smooth shine. That's the Gold Halo and the Pink Halo. Then we have Strobe, which is a sparkle woven with 2 tones. Contains multicolored pearls whose shine and color tone change depending on the angle, creating a multidimensional sparkle. So these are like multidimensional ones. So we have Pink Strobe, which is a rose pink with a gold sparkle. Then we have Blue Strobe, a blue with a cool-toned, colorful sparkle. Then we have the Sequin finish, which is a dazzling glitter shine. And it says it contains a high concentration of large silver glitter, highlighting the face and body with like the sparkle of diamonds. And that shade is called Opal Sequin, which is pure white that shines like sequins. Okay, so it's like basically glitter. All right, hold on, let me show you these photos here. So I think that the gold halo is the one on the left and the pink halo is the one on the right. Then we have pink strobe, which I believe is maybe that one in the center. Oh, no, pink strobe is the one on the right. And then blue strobe is the blue one. And then the sequin opal is number 6, which is this bottom right. Okay. Oh, interesting. So gold halo, pink halo. Pink halo is this one in the middle. Let me zoom out. And here are the swatches. Are you ready? Whew, now I know which one is which, okay? So we got gold halo up first, then we have pink halo. Then we have pink strobe, then we have blue strobe, then we have opal sequin. So what do we think about these? I don't know how I feel about these guys because it's basically just a reformulation of what they already have. Dior keeps reformulating everything. And you guys know that I love this product, the Dior Forever Couture Luminizer. So it's basically a reformulation of that. I don't know. Oh, this is the packaging, by the way. I like the packaging. I like the fact that each component is a little bit different. I don't hate these. I just hate the fact that now we have new ones. Like, what was wrong with the old ones? I like the idea of the gel formula. If I were to get one, I don't know. I already have so many of the original ones. I don't think that these are going to be, or they don't look any different to me. Like, I don't need a blue highlighter. I already have one in that Dior Backstage, like the one with the 4 colors that came out this year, the Celestial Glow. The first 2 here, they sound like they're going to be really special, but they don't actually look that special. So let's see what you all are saying. Oh, thank you, Sylvie, for the super chat. Appreciate you. She says, thank you. Appreciate your time and thoughts. Thank you, Sylvie. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate all you guys coming. Like, I could show up and nobody would be here. So thank you guys for coming. And thank you, Sylvie, for the generous super chat. You will be thanked next week. All right, let's see what you all are saying. Kathleen says, Dior has a lot of highlighter. Why another again? I know, Kathleen. It's like every single collection, there's another one of these, and they're only marginally different, right? Right? So, yeah. Heather says, yeah, I won't be doing sparkle, but maybe the smooth one. Yeah, maybe one of the first 3. They look pretty smooth. The blue one looks rather smooth, but the sparkle one is basically just the same as the, I believe it's called Pearl Glow, and it's just all glitter. Like, the only time I reach for it is if I'm doing some sort of theatrical thing, or maybe going to like a concert, which I like never do. Butterlight says, I bought the Hermès limited edition highlighter and the Rose Allée. Not sure if I also need these, but they sure are pretty. Yes, exactly. If you got that, like if you treated yourself to that, I don't know if you need any of these. Carol is saying she likes the gold. So the first one. That one does look very nice. I feel like the description makes it sound more like exotic than it actually is. Yeah. Let's see here. Lauren says the halo ones sound pretty. Others are too wild for me. No blue for me. Yeah, the blue one kind of seems like, I don't know, I guess to capture the attention of somebody who wants something different, or just to like get people's attention in general. I feel like that one, it gets people's attention, but then they actually end up buying one of the first 2, or they actually end up buying the pink one. Or it's to get the attention of maybe like a younger customer, perhaps. Yeah. Jocelyn says pink halo. Holly says, I'm meh on the highlighters. Mary says, pass. I got the lead on this by grabbing the pink Quartz by House Labs last year and used it all spring as a blush. I'll just use that one. That's a good one. I think that one might be a little bit more pigmented than this pink one, but I think that's a really good option. Sour and Sweet says, futuristic colors, spaceship vibes. Indeed, Sour and Sweet. Tyga says, they are pretty but look like nothing special. Yeah. If you have any of the older ones, like I don't think you need to pick these up. Sarah says, pass. Stephanie says, pass. Sarah says, hi, Stephanie. Makeup by Rach says, love the nude liquid highlights so much, not sure anything can top it. That one is a good one. A lot of you guys like those liquid ones, right? Mary says, it does look like space. This year has been ethereal and sugar plum fairy. Yes, we kind of talked about this in the last show. We definitely are seeing a lot more like sparkle, shimmer, like blue, lavender, pink. It's very like Y2K, you know, xenon. Think like Britney Spears, Oops, I Did It Again video. Anything that's a little bit like futuristic. I feel like that kind of sparkly look is coming back in. You guys know the vibe. The millennials out there, you know the vibe. Pam says, didn't Dior just come out with highlighters like a month ago? This feels like a cash grab to me. Which ones did they? They definitely came out with like the spring collection has one of these. So I guess that brings up a good question. Will this formula replace what they had before? I don't know. Like, what does this mean for the seasonal collections? I don't know. Karen says the packaging is nice, but it will be a pass this time. Kia says, I'm all in for the blue as a former New York club girly. It speaks to me. I love that. Yes, I love that. Cheryl says, I already have a Dior highlighter in gold and the lavender. I don't need another one. However, the pink strobe is tempting. The pink strobe is tempting. It looks a little bit softer than the one they have now. I think if you have the gold and the lavender, that's like a pretty good selection there. Yeah. Sylvie says, as an oily gal, highlighters are not my friend. Easy pass for me. There you go. Your wallet is happy. Sour and Sweet said, husband says there's a lot of Dior in the house. Lol. It's so funny. I know. I have like this beauty room to myself if my boyfriend only, I mean, I guess he comes in, he sees everything, but he's just like, there's new makeup arriving like every day. Elvira says the blue would look nice as an eyeshadow. It would. It would. A lot of you guys are saying hello to each other. I love that. Mary says, I did grab the Dior lilac highlighter. I should say I really like it. I really like the Dior one too. Did you get the powder one, Mary, or did you get the liquid one? Let us know. Makeup by Rach says, I really want the newest lilac highlighter, but I'm trying to resist. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Sour and Sweet. Lol, husband blushed with that comment. Whenever people during lives read my comments, I'm blushing as well. I'm like, oh, they read my comment. Even though I do these lives for like 3 hours at a time, I still get excited when people read my own comments. Mary says she got the powder one. The lilac powder highlighter. She said it can color correct and not so glittery. Yes. Amit says, I've tried every highlighter under the sun and they all emphasize my fine lines. I give up. Amit, do you like the Westman Atelier lit up highlight stick? Do you like that kind of a texture or formula? Chris is asking, what Hydra Nude Hydra Nude, would you stick to 1 neutral? I can't remember if you tested 1.5. It should be listed in that review. Let me see. I think I might be 1.5. I usually list it. Let me see. 1.5. I like 1.5 as my shade. Jessica says, very Mac 1990s. Yes, Jessica. Yes. Amit says, if I'm going to do highlighter, the Westman Atelier is probably the safest one for me. It's the most natural. Yeah, like Westman Atelier, the Victoria Beckham stick, the Chanel Baum sticks, and the RMS. They're all kind of like in the same family. I feel like I've grown to like that formula a lot more. And I'm better at applying it now. So yeah. Let me just check my notes here to see what is up next. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I see over 200 people in the live right now. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Several people have popped in today saying that as soon as they logged into YouTube, they saw this live. So we must be doing something good, guys. Or if you already gave it a thumbs up, there's like a little heart icon and you can send hearts and like thumbs up and fire emojis. So do that because that's fun too. If you're on your phone, you know, like if it's easy. Most of you guys watch on your phone. Some of you guys watch on your TV. So yeah. So yeah, okay. Are you guys ready to look at the sneak peek of, I don't know if this is Chanel summer. I don't know if this is Chanel fall. I don't know, guys. All I have is this photo, okay? Oh, Kimberly said, my kids were in the car when you first read my comment and they were so excited and said, Mommy, you're on TV. You're famous, lol. That's hilarious. You know what's funny for me? I will be not alive. Like I'll be watching someone on YouTube that I know, like Jen from All Feisty or like Caleb. I'll watch one of their videos and like they might mention me occasionally, right? Like I'll watch another YouTuber and they might be like, oh, Sophia C's Beauty said this or whatever. And I'll be just listening to that video as I'm like doing my skincare and my boyfriend will hear it. And I look at him and he goes, oh. He's just like, oh my God, like you're so legit. It's such a flex for me. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for the super chat. She says, this was lovely, Sophia and everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate you coming on the lives and all of your comments all the time. I'm very, very grateful for all of the super chats today. Man, you guys you're giving me life today because it is very physically, I have such a fun time doing these lives, but it is very physically exhausting. So I really appreciate all the comments and the super chats. So thank you, Cheryl. Jessica says, I watch on my iPad. I'm actually surprised how many of you watch my videos and live streams on iPads. Tyler watches everything on his iPad. He carries his iPad around like a 4-year-old carries an iPad around. He watches everything on his iPad. I carry everything, or I watch everything on my phone, and I have this little sticky grippy here so that, I mean, it's easy if I need to film myself, but it's mostly, number one, because I'm clumsy and drop things, but also I can put it up on my mirror. So when I'm doing my skincare or like my little zip device or whatever, I can watch YouTube and live streams. So highly recommend those sticky grippies. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Oh, thank you, Shoes and Makeup Girl. She says, Sophia, I love your makeup today. It looks flawless, very soft and pretty. Yeah, believe it or not, I used a lot of it's not really coming across on camera very well, but I used some of these cool, like multi-dimensional shades from this Isamaya palette. Guys, also, I'm sorry, like legit, it took me an hour to get the gel off of this hand. And so I have one hand with these like super ratchet nails and then this hand with also like really awful gel. So Yeah, probably after this, I'll do the second hand. But if you're looking at me, whatever, it's a safe space. Anyway, oh, thank you, Lynn, for the super chat. She says, love your continent. I think she means content. Thanks. Thank you, Lynn. So sweet of you. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining another live. I recognize everyone's faces. Thank you, Rachel. I really need to get some sound effects to play here or some quotes from our favorite movies and shows so it can be more fun when you guys give the super chats. She says, love this style with lives. Feels like all beauty lovers hanging out on a coffee date, loving this. I know, isn't that true? So true. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate you and your generosity. Maria says, lol, the nails. They're so bad. But I filmed all of my little like reels and like hand model shots before I did this. So thankfully I don't have to worry about that. Thank you, Ami. She says, thanks for all your support. Ami, I'm probably coming to Miami at the end of this month. So I'm going to message you about that. So maybe we can meet up, hopefully. Thank you so much, Amit. Heather says, don't feel bad, Sophia. That's me all the time with the nails. Yeah, I just wanted to get it off so I could take a bit of a break and like grow them fresh a little bit. So yeah. Swatches by Lo says, I watch on my phone. This is my version of a girls' night when I have a newborn right now. Oh, I love that. I know several of my friends have newborns at the moment. So I totally understand like what your life is like right now. So you can kind of just like sit there and enjoy it maybe while your baby is sleeping for the evening. Jocelyn says, Sophia, what's on your lips? It's this Isamaya Beauty Wild Star metallic. See, it's like a metallic lips. It looks crazy because all my lights are shining on me. But in real life, it doesn't look as crazy. I'll put a little bit more on. Great formula. And she just came out with a product like this. And we're going to talk about that soon. I know I keep saying we're going to do that. We're going to talk about the Chanel palette first. Kimberly says, ooh, meetup in Miami. If there's enough people in Miami, we could do meetup. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me get the tab open here. We have Chanel. There we go. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see. Does this not look like a little box of chocolates? A tasty little Chanel chocolate box, right? So I don't know what collection this is. I don't have swatches. It's literally just this. So maybe you saw this going around Instagram. I think that Trend Mood officially posted this, which is very brave because Chanel a lot of times doesn't like it when we see these sneak peeks. But yeah, thought we would talk about it in this live today. I know I teased you all with this, but this is all I got. I will update you. Now, what do I think of this? I think that the embossing is so adorable. It's going to be gone in 2 seconds. I think that it's a really boring color story, and I think that I'm going to buy it. It's a yes. Yeah, I don't know. It's so boring, guys, but like I kind of do want it. And it's Chanel. So I pretty much review all Chanel. I pretty much review that. Oh, thank you, Christiane. She says, thank you for all your amazing reviews. Heart, heart, heart. You're the best, Christiane. Thank you. I appreciate how much you comment on my videos, and thank you for supporting me for so long. I appreciate that. And now you're on my lives, which is awesome. So it's great to have you here. And thank you for your generous super chat. Maka says, OMG need. Tracy says, okay, that's a yes for me. It's a yes for me as well, Tracy. Rachel says, looks exactly like the Tweed collection. You know what? I think this looks a little bit warmer, a little bit browner than the Tweed, because I have all of those. I have all those. Pam says, this palette looks like 4 mini pumpkin pies in various states of baked. It kind of does, right? Like it looks so cute and scrumptious. The little circle or shade in the upper left, like I know that's supposed to be like a ribbon that's been stitched. It's supposed to look like, a finishing on the edge of a fabric, but it looks like a little pie, does it not? Does it not? Sandra says chocolate bonbons. Heather is telling me this is fall. But yeah, that I saw somebody say that it was summer. Wouldn't we see summer sneak peeks? But who knows? Who knows? We won't really know until it is announced. Kia says mocha mousse. That's a good point. It is like mocha mousse. Pamela says this is deep and very warm. The embossing is beautiful. Yeah, Pamela, we'll have to see when we actually get like real photos because this is like a digital photo. It might not actually look this dark. A lot of times the colors look so saturated in these photos, but then when you see it and you swatch it, it's not that much. Makeup by Rach says looks like the ones that came out a few years ago. Do you remember, Rach, do you remember which ones those were? Any of their names? Little Sin 21 says the Chanel is pretty to look at, but will probably all look the same on the eye. Yeah, probably. Modern Ajuma says, OMG, it looks like a box of fancy cookies. It does. Chanel cookie collection. Could you imagine if that was the theme? They could do like a French, like Viseart kind of does that. It'll be like praline chocolat. I'd be okay with that. As long as it was done in kind of like a classy way. Oh, Sour and Sweet said, contacted my SA. They are arriving to the boutiques. Lol, don't know when. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I go into my Chanel boutique, I show my sales associate like these photos and she's just like, where do you get these? She's like, I haven't seen anything about that at all. Tyga says, too warm for me, but a different one would interest me. Karen says, I love the look of the Chanel quad, little heart face. I love that emoji, that little heart. It's like, so cute. Amit says, the embossing gets us every time. Oh, Heather says, looks like the tweed quad. Okay, so you guys are saying it looks like the tweed one. Let me get the tweed one from my makeup armoire. I have it right here. One sec. Boop, boop, boop. Maybe we can compare side to side. What happens if I were to do this? No. This? No, it doesn't let me do that. Okay, hold on. I'll just show it to you. I think this is the one you guys are talking about, right? If I get in too close, it's like blurry. Is this the one y'all are talking about? Because this looks cooler in tone to me. Now let's look at this one, right? So here's this one. And then here's this one. I don't think they're that same. I mean, they're both brown, right? What do you think? Comment. Let me know. Oh, Shug says, Godiva X Chanel. Guys, can I tell you a secret? I love Godiva chocolates. And I don't mean to be like a snob, but not the ones from CVS, like the ones that come in the, I believe it's like the gold box or whatever, the legit ones. And I guess my dad really likes chocolates as well. And during Christmas time, a lot of his people he works with and whatever, they would give him, sorry, I'm like so gross. He'd get a lot of Godiva chocolates like as presents. And he would always he ate some of them, let's be real. But he would always bring home some boxes for me. If you give me a box of Godiva chocolates, I can tell you what chocolate that is. Like, I don't need the little menu. I'll be like, boom, like cinnamon blush or like praline seashell. I'll tell you like, oh, that's the coconut one. That's the caramel one. Like, I am a Godiva chocolate connoisseur. It's like my guilty pleasure. They're so good. Does anybody else love Godiva chocolates? Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Sorry, I went off on a little Godiva tangent there. Hi, Aoyan. Welcome back. She says, thank you so much, Sophia, for sharing your thoughts and time. I love these lives. Hearty eyes faces. Butterlight says, these browns are so pretty. It's giving warm mocha mousse vibes. Yeah, it is. Mocha mousse. Heather says, it has more copper red to it than the tweed, but kind of similar. Yeah, exactly. Mary asks, I have not purchased a Chanel eyeshadow quad yet. Do you guys recommend them? The spring one is pretty also. Are they good after the embossing wears off? I'm probably going to get both of them. It really depends, Mary. Like, I really like the Le Beige line. I know, they're very great for every day. I like that formula. I feel like it's very consistent. When it comes to the quads, it really depends on the quad. Like, I feel like some of them are really great. And then I feel like some of them are not pigmented enough. And same with the seasonal ones. So I think it's best to look at swatches and maybe look up a review and see if you like the pigmentation that you're seeing from the reviewer, because I don't think that Chanel quads are necessarily the most consistent. But if you find a color story that you like and like a good mix of finishes, it can be a great purchase. I have some that are like, my favorites. So let's help Mary out and recommend some good ones to her. I'm working on my best and worst of Chanel Beauty video. It's hard because there's a lot that I like. If you guys have in your head your favorite and least favorite Chanel stuff, definitely put it in the chat because maybe I'm missing something. Rachel says, the embossing is gorgeous. Love the bottom right rosy brown shade. Yes, me too. Me too. Isabel says she thinks this looks similar to the Mediterranean quad. Oh, that one is a little bit more olive green, I think. Thank you, Jessica, for the super chat. Jessica Reisenberg, she says, yay, first YouTube live, stunning Chanel, and should have launched for Valentine's Day. Looks like candy. I agree, Jessica. She said, my essay is getting a text for sure. Yes. Send her a little screenshot of this. Crop me out, though. I don't want to get in trouble with Chanel. They're not going to watch. I don't know. I don't know if they watch my channel. Probably not. But thank you, Jessica, for the super chat. And thank you for joining us on the YouTube live. I'm glad you were able to finally come. Where are you watching from? Let us know. Let us know. Pam says, OMG, I do the same thing with my Chanel guy. I show him these photos all the time and he's like, what? He probably thinks they're like photoshopped or fake news, right, Pam? Right? Everyone is saying the same thing. Yeah, you guys have to imagine like what this would look like without the embossing. Just like remove it from your mind. It's not going to be groundbreaking. I have a Viseart palette that looks just like this, right? Let me see if I can find one. Viseart Petite Fours. See all these Viseart palettes? Like this one, the Praline. Very similar. There's another one called Chocolate, which I think is more similar to the Chanel one. But yeah, just kind of keep that in mind, Keep it in mind. Jessica says, the embossing always gets me. Yeah. A lot of you are agreeing that the tweed one looks a little bit cooler. Sour and Sweet said, lol, I was expecting a more shocking secret, Sophia. It's not a shocking secret. It's a hidden talent. I'm sorry. The Godiva stuff. Ooh, Godiva covered pretzels. Hi, Carrie. She says, what palette was that, Sophia? Oh, the Chanel one. So this is upcoming. We don't know if this is for summer or for fall. It's just a sneak peek that's been going around the social media. So yes, sounds like a lot of you guys love Godiva as well. Michelle says, are they truffles or individually packed? No, no, they're not the individually packed ones. It's the ones that come like in the box with like the 2 tiers, and you get the little menu of all the different kinds, like the legit ones. They taste better. I swear to you, the quality is better, and the chocolates are slightly larger. Hi, Lynn. She says, I love your lives. And she put my favorite emoji in there. We should name that emoji. Make it like a little character. We could have like a little inside joke. Michelle asks, is this warm or neutral? I think it's going to be a little warm, Michelle, but it's kind of hard to tell because we don't have any swatches, right? Karen says, it looks like it has some of those rose browns. Oh, Butterlight. She said, try the new Lottarock chocolate store in North Park Mall. I think I walked by that the other day. There's one in Prudential Center in Boston, and we got some chocolates there once, and they're so good. It's so good. Talitha. Hey, Talitha. Welcome back. She says, I like the look of the Chanel quad, but I want to swatch it before deciding whether to buy. Yeah, totally. Totally. Heather says, I used Eclat de Nuit today. Yesterday, I used Tissé Rivoli. Those are some good ones. Sounds like you like those cool tones. Thank you, Sarah, for the super chat. That's very kind of you. You're always on these lives. She says, I love your lives. These are so fun. I've learned so much from you. Sunglass face, you inspire me. Hearty face, hashtag YouTube goals, sparkly heart. Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you. You're always up in the chat. You're keeping us going. Those of you who are regularly here, thank you very much for showing up and making this super fun for me. I used to be like a Zumba instructor until COVID. And normally, okay, people showed up for my class. It's not like no one showed up, but especially during the holidays, there's like never anybody in the fitness classes. And legit, there were many times where I showed up and there'd be like 1 person, 2 person. And that's just like, all right, guess we're going to have a Zumba class with just 1 person or 2 people. And like, you gotta be up there. You gotta be smiling. And I was like, these 2 people that are here are going to have the best time ever. So no matter who shows up, I just want it to be fun. But thank you to those of you who show up like almost every single week. You literally make it so fun for me. So thank you, Sarah. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Jessica says, the funny thing is, without the embossing, I would be like, nah, but man, the visuals are gorgeous. I have one from Guerlain that is somewhat similar. Oh, yes. I think I know what you're talking about. Okay, Charlotte is sharing some of her favorite quads. She says 79 Spices, 226 Tissé Rivoli, which I know that is a favorite of many people, and 202 Tissé Camille. Thank you, Charlotte. I don't have all of the quads too, so I need good recommendations. Oh, Angela, she said, I think the quad you showed is the Brunette Rose. Oh my goodness, I think you're right. I think I need to show the other one. Hold on. My bad. No, I was thinking of Brunette Rose, and that's why I grabbed that. You guys are thinking of this. I'm a dummy. Okay, hold on one sec. Thanks, Angela. I appreciate that. All right. This is the one. This is the one some of you are talking about. I'm sorry. Okay, so this one does. Okay, so here's this one. Here's this one. Okay, wow. I didn't like the formula of these though. I don't really like this one. So maybe I will like the new one. Oh my gosh, it looks so similar. Oh my gosh. The finishes I don't think are the same. And this shade right here, I know it's hard to tell, guys, but it is quite sparkly. I don't know if this one is going to be super sparkly. It has kind of like a smooth look to it. I don't really like these tweed things, but I do like the little pouch and like, I don't know, I kind of want to declutter them because I don't like the formula, but then I feel bad decluttering them. Maybe I can give them away to somebody. Michelle says, my favorite permanent quad is Candor at Experience, but it's just warm, neutral mattes. Well, that sounds great. Makeup by Rach says, the Mediterranean one. Mediterranean was my fave ever, and I have two, and Eclat de Nuit and Divination. Those are some good ones. It sounds like you like those sort of greenish tones, right? Okay, yeah. So sorry, I totally thought everybody was talking about Brunette Rose at first. Lynn says the Chanel single shadows are beautiful. Love their eyebrow pencil. My favorites are their lipsticks, Rouge Cocoa and Flash. What do you guys think are the worst Chanel products? That's what I want to know. What are the worst? Michelle says, okay, I've never had those Godiva chocolates. So I'll have to get a box of them. I gotta get some. And then like we'll do a giveaway or something. You can get a box of chocolates and a handwritten personal card from me. Pam says we should name the heart Howie the Heart. What do you guys think? I think that's pretty cute. Howie the Heart. That's my favorite little emoji that you guys always send. Pam says, my husband just yelled, it's called the Prue, lol. I said, what? He said, the mall in Boston. It is called the Prue. It is called the Prue. Not to be mixed up with the Copley Mall, the shops at Copley. But I said Prudential Center because, like, not everyone's in the know, they don't know, like, the lingo, the Boston lingo. Makeup by Rach likes Claire Obscure. Holly says, I love that the husbands are listening to the lives. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if you have it playing on your TV, they're going to overhear it. My boyfriend's always watching like sports stuff and whatnot, and I overhear it all the time. Or like golf videos. I'm like, do you watch this to get better at golf, or do you watch it because you feel like you're hanging out with these guys who are golfing? And I guess it's like the same with makeup videos. Sarah says, we need a Zumba video. I miss Zumba. I have a subscriber who teaches a Zumba class not too far away, but y'all know I don't like having to drive. Like it's got to be like within a 15-minute walk. I do miss teaching and participating in Zumba. I love Zumba. My class was fun. And I had a lot of I used to teach right at like MIT, and all of the women in one of my classes, all the women or a lot of the women worked at like the biotechs. They worked at like Moderna. They were like scientists and stuff. So they were much more like introverted. But I got them to like clap and have fun, but they didn't like woo. There wasn't a lot of like wooing from them. They were like really good at the moves. They were like, perfect. So precise with the movements. It was a good group. I miss those ladies. Jessica says, it's Guerlain's Royal Jungle that's a lot like that. Yes, Royal Jungle. You guys are finding a lot of dupes. Like this is, let's be real. This is a pass, but I'm going to get it. But I'm going to get it. It's a yes for me, but like I will talk you out of it when I buy it. Yeah. Oh my God, there's so many comments. Mm-mm-mm. Michelle says, actually, this reminds me of the Dior Backstage Neutral palette. Oh. Holly says she doesn't like the mascaras. You know, I also don't enjoy their mascaras either. Lauren with Howie. What up, Howie? Butterlight says, wait. Look up Chanel Quad 268. Okay, hold on 1 second. Chanel eyeshadow 268. This one. Candeur et experience. Ooh, is this a good one with like the reddish tone? I feel like a lot of people don't like the red. Do you guys like this one? Jocelyn says the Chanel eyebrow pencil is not good. Verena doesn't like the Allure mascara. Sarah says she doesn't like the eyeshadows. Tracy says Chanel has done something to their Volume de Chanel mascara. It's suddenly very flaky. ECB is saying that the Rouge Coco Flash lipsticks don't stay on very well. Jessica says, my sales associate told me that there's a concealer that's awful, and honestly, I haven't found a Chanel concealer I like. So I recently, after the last live, was able to get the Sublimage one in the jar, and it's so good, like all of you said it would be. So I might have to put that in the top best ones because it's actually really good. Swatches by Lo says that she doesn't like the eyeshadows. She can't get them to last on her eyes. I have heard that from people because like they're very sheer. It's not a long wearing formula. It's not particularly long wearing. Let's see here. Lynn says the worst Chanel products are the Sublimage products you have to take out a loan for. Ah, lol. That's so funny. That's so funny. Heather says, now my husband knows where there are other nuts people like me, that I'm not the only one. You're not the only one, Heather. We're all a little crazy for this. Let's be real. Let's be real. I look at my friends' like makeup bags and they have like 5 things. I was staying with my friend in Brooklyn 2 weeks ago when I was in New York, and she was like started doing her makeup and she had the new Natasha I Need a Nude palette. And I was like, oh, you have a Natasha palette? Like I was so excited. Like she had something like new that she got. And she's like, oh yeah, I really like this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, so excited. She just has her little, you know, humble makeup bag like most normal people. But I was really excited that she got that palette. Jessica says, it reminds me of Keith Haring with Howie. Oh, you're healing from surgery, Sarah? I hope that you're healing okay. She says, I feel ready to do exercise. Still healing, but soon I feel ready to do exercise classes. Always have fun. I have not been able to do my Peloton recently just because I've been sick and I just like didn't have the energy, but I feel like I'm finally, maybe tomorrow I will get on the Peloton. Sophia is in the acceptance phase of buying makeup. Sylvie says, my husband plays his video games while I watch on TV. Nice. Aileen says, Sophia, have you tried Chanel's eyebrow wax powder duo? I'm thinking of picking it up. I have not. I typically just like a pencil. Modern Ajuma says, Candor et Experience is legit. Sultry eye look very alluring. The red is more of a dark brown. Okay, good to know. Jessica likes the Sublimage. She said their foundation is my favorite one from the pile. Good to know. Oh, now you all are using Howie, my favorite emoji. ECB says Sublimage concealer is my favorite. I'm on my second pod. Ooh, oh my gosh, we've been here for 2.5 hours. We need to get to Isamaya, guys, because this is the most interesting discussion, I think. Even though you might, whether you're interested in the products or not, I think the discussion is interesting. So hold on 1 second because I want to bring the products over here. Thank you, Christiane. Little Howie's there. I also want to make sure I didn't miss any super chats. No, okay, I got them all. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure because there's so many chats today. Okay. All right. Okay, I think we're good. What's up, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Pass or Yes. This is a series that I do on my channel every other week where we talk about all of the new hot beauty new releases and beauty news in the luxury community. And I let you guys know, is it going to be a pass or is it going to be a yes? This video is filmed in front of a live digital audience. So not only are you going to hear all of my thoughts and opinions today, but you're also going to hear from the Sophia C's beauty community. So very, very exciting. And today, I want to talk about the rebrand, the relaunch, I guess you would call it, of Isamaya Beauty. We're going to talk about all about sort of who she is, where she came from. We're going to talk about her sort of original brand and the theme of that beforehand. And then I'm going to show you guys what the newly rebranded makeup looks like. She is now entering Sephora. That's kind of the big news that came out this past week. Her makeup is, well, you can see it on Sephora right now. We're going to be taking a look at it in this episode, but it's launching very, very soon. Everything right now says that it is out of stock. So we're going to go through some of the products. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say. I actually think that even though Isamaya is a little bit more of like an indie brand, it does seem like her brand is about to get, well, it's about to be kind of like on a bigger stage now that she's at Sephora. And I think that the story of her makeup brand is one of the most like interesting sort of case studies of the past couple of months. So I want to talk about kind of the business behind this, the branding, everything. So let's dive in. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Sophia. Every single week I come out with new videos about everyday makeup, beauty news, and accessible luxury style. And every single Wednesday I go live here on my channel at 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you subscribe if you want to join us on the next live, or just stay tuned for more videos just like this one. So let's start off with like, who is Isamaya? Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen real quick. If you don't know who she is a very, very talented makeup artist. Not only does she do celebrity makeup, like she can do beautiful, gorgeous, natural, ethereal looks, but she also can do very theatrical makeup. She does like crazy prosthetics. She does all kinds of things. She's actually incredibly talented and creative. Let me see if I can find some interesting ones here on her Instagram. Like, here's a costume here that she did. Like, look at this crazy makeup. I think this was a Halloween costume. She does like some pretty wacky things, and she just has an incredibly like wild imagination. I just really like her creativity. I think she also used to be like a dancer or a performer. So here's like an ad that she did, or a campaign that she did for the Air Max DN collection. Is this Nike? Yeah, I think it's Nike. I don't know about sneakers, guys, but you can see here she kind of has like the look or whatever, and she used to be sort of like a dancer, and I think that's kind of how she got into makeup. But anyway, that's who she is. She's an incredibly talented makeup artist, and I first heard about her when she was the creative director behind Byredo Beauty. If you're not familiar with Byredo, they are first and foremost a fragrance house. They're known for their perfumes, but I think it was about maybe like 2 years ago or so at this point, maybe 3 years ago. Time flies. They came out with a makeup line. It's a really interesting like branding to it as well. Very luxurious, but very kind of avant-garde. I think it really fits the Byredo branding. And she designed all or most of the products that you see right here in the different components. Comment down below, you know, if you've used any of these products before, if you like the Byredo brand. I particularly love the lipsticks, and a lot of us really like the full-size eyeshadow palettes. But anyway, she kind of, at least I first heard about her from this, and also with her, the work she did for Burberry Beauty as well. So she's been kind of like the creative brain behind a lot of these makeup collections that some of us are familiar with. Then I'm trying to remember when it was, maybe like about a year and a half ago, around that time frame, she came out with her own makeup brand. So let me give you a little sneak peek into what some of these products look like. And I am warning you, some of these are they're very interesting, okay? Don't hate on me for showing you some of these that are a little questionable. Yes, I think some of you are seeing what I'm talking about. She came out with some interesting products. I can't say that I was a fan of all of them, but this eyeshadow palette that you see here on the left, this is actually what I'm wearing on my eyes today. This was from her industrial collection. So you get a little bit of a sneak peek of some of the things that she came up with. And in fact, let me just kind of show you some of the campaigns that she did. So here is the, oh, sorry, let me share my tab. So here's the first campaign that she did. It was for the industrial collection. And I want to make note of the business model that Isamaya started her brand on. She started off not having like a real core line of products. She started off as just like basically doing a collection every season. So every single quarter, she said when she launched the brand, she was going to come out with a new limited edition collection. And once it's sold out, it was going to be out of stock. Like that was her format, which was, it's really interesting, like somebody who kind of goes in that direction, because most brands, they like their bread and butter is off of products that are very replenishable, right? So mascaras, concealers, brow pencils, those are the things that we use up very, very quickly. And she was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take this sort of like more creative approach, something that we see a lot more from fashion. She does work a lot in kind of like the fashion industry, where you have these like drops. There's a drop and people kind of like scramble to buy it up. And it's more of like a creative capsule collection, if that makes sense. Okay. So very editorial, more creative. But well, actually, hold on. Let me first show you some little peeks here of what those were. And I'm sure some of you guys have purchased these products. So this was the industrial collection. You can kind of see here, like, interesting, you know, interesting, like creative concept, very industrial, very kind of like slightly creepy, slightly kooky, but you can see the makeup highlighted here and kind of like her overall vibe of the collection. And then she also came out with the Wild Star collection. Now this was sort of a like, I would call it cowboy cabaret type of vibe. And for each of these collections, I'm assuming she spent a lot of money creating these very like creative advertising campaigns and these like videos with these characters, which is very much her. And it is interesting, and it does kind of like suck you into her world and what she imagined. Some of it is a little risque. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love how risque some of the campaign things are, but it is what it is, and it is very creative. Now, let's go back to her products here. So you can kind of see some of the things that she came out with. I'm actually wearing this lipstick right here, the Lucky Kiss lipstick. It's kind of like a metallic lipstick. A lot of you guys during this live have been asking me, what makeup do I have on my face? I've got a lot of compliments, and it's actually all from her makeup. Her industrial collection performed pretty well. Like these palettes right here sold out, and people have been asking for them ever since. And she has not really been bringing them back. She's just kind of been selling off excess stock and whatever. So her brand so far has really only lasted about 2.5 of those seasonal collections. She got to a point where she launched Industrial 2.0, and then she launched Wild Star, which, by the way, came out late. It was supposed to launch for holiday of like last year, and it was like a pre-order and you wouldn't get it till after Christmas. So like these are all signs of a brand that is stumbling a little bit, right? Like you can't miss your holiday release. You can't have like a pre-order up for a very expensive collection and be like, "Oh, you'll get it like sometime after Christmas." So her collection really only lasted about like, or her business model, I should say, really only lasted about like 2.5 collections. Really interesting. And ever since then, she's kind of just been launching like those like interesting lipsticks. She launched a collab with Lashify, but she hasn't launched any more of these like extravagant collections, which, by the way, what's interesting about some of them is that she would include like mascaras. Why is a mascara limited edition? It doesn't make sense to reinvent a mascara every quarter. It makes more sense to just have one mascara that's really good, because when I use that up, I want to repurchase it. So just kind of keep this in mind as we're having this discussion. I would love to hear from you all in the chat right now. Why do you think that her business model, as it was, only lasted like 2.5 collections? I would love to know from all of you, because you guys watching, like, you're makeup lovers. If anybody's going to buy this makeup, it's probably going to be you guys. I certainly bought and enjoyed a lot of them. I thought it was very interesting that she was kind of launching this model right around the time that the makeup community, or at least the style of makeup that's been popular now, has gone from more like over the top, like a little bit. It's gone from more like full coverage to more minimal, more clean girl, more less is more. And I feel like sort of 2020, 2021, there were a lot of seasonal drops. There were a lot of limited edition collections that would just completely sell out. And then now we've kind of moved more into a direction of people wanting less, people buying less, those sorts of drops not being the most popular thing. So I'd love to know, what mistakes do you think that she made? Do you think it was just a timing issue, or do you think it was like an execution issue? Let's see what all of you are saying. Hold on one second, guys. Some of you are talking about Byredo. Kimberly says, I liked how different her collections were, but I draw the line at the private packaging. Well, she did those sort of after some of the first collections. Sandra says, Industrial palette was good. Heather is saying it's a very expensive, I'm not going to say the word, I don't want YouTube to flag me, but I showed we're going to call it a piñata, okay? It's a very expensive piñata. I showed my husband that like 6 months ago and he couldn't believe it, lol. Little Sin 21 says, I've also been interested in the Isamaya palettes, but never enough to pull the trigger and buy. They are quite expensive. Let me see. How much was the Industrial palette? $115. And this palette is, it's not really like an everyday palette. This is more, this is more of like a smoky palette, but it's fun. And there is a market for this, right? Right? Let's see here. Sanja says, this packaging is so ugly. Okay, so it sounds like a lot of people are not fans of the packaging. I mean, this is kind of, yeah, it's definitely a certain vibe. So I wonder if maybe some people were turned off. Pam says, Isamaya packaging is ... a choice. Kathleen says, this is not her thing at all, but it is creative. Sanja says, creative as in shocking. Karen says she must have been the creator of Byredo packaging. Her packaging is just bolder. At least at Byredo, you don't really notice the eyeshadow palettes are clamshells and the mascara tube resembles, oh goodness, what does it resemble? Lindsay Joe says, interesting but not consumable. Well, she had things that did sell out, but not everything. Not everything. Let's kind of bring it away from the lipsticks because those were not a part of her other collections. Shoe and Makeup Girl says, maybe she ran out of capital and I think we are in the quiet makeup phase, but it's bold. Yes, I think that she was maybe paying attention to what was popular leading up to the launch of her brand, because don't forget, like, we lived in a world where ColourPop came out with new stuff literally twice a week. And a lot of these brands, Pat McGrath included, a lot of these other makeup artist brands, they were coming out with a lot of limited edition stuff. So I don't think it was super crazy of her to think, oh, maybe I can do something completely unheard of and people will rush to buy this like very special, interesting packaging. Like, I like the effort to come up and dream up of an interesting capsule collection. I just don't know if it's smart to be doing that for mascaras. Like, I have this mascara still right here from the Wild Star collection. It's good and it's still good to use and everything. I haven't used it up, but if I like this mascara, I can't replenish it. And so you're spending a lot of money to come up with like the mold for this little horsey. And it just gets very expensive for the brand, but also I think for the customer to be manufacturing and designing, new components every single quarter. Like, you really have to be hitting it out of the park in order to do that. Aileen says, I think it was bad timing. People were into clean girl aesthetic as opposed to grunge, maybe? Perhaps. Tyga says, why make a palette that's amazing, but the package is super tacky and cheap, but for a lot of money? Well, some people liked the packaging. Some people liked it. It sounds like a lot of you guys don't like it. Oh, ECB, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. I like your little icon, by the way. It's like a little Hermès plate or mosaic. Thank you for joining us and all of your participation so far. Thank you so much. Michelle says, I considered her first palette when I started seeing good reviews and I liked the colors, but I didn't care for the packaging. Seemed hard to store. It is hard to store. Like, this does not fit well with the rest of my palettes, so I have to kind of keep it off to the side. Pam says, I think the biggest issue with Isamaya is the packaging. Yes, it's unique and eye-catching, but you can't store it with other makeup. Sarah says, I think this makes her unique. I think it makes her unique as well. Kimberly says she's too edgy for the masses. That's why her collection at Sephora will be toned down. Yeah, a lot of you guys are saying that you think the packaging is just too fussy and hard to store. It could also be that we're just not like the right market. But at the end of the day, it does seem like perhaps this was maybe too creative for like the average consumer, because the average consumer is not doing like super theatrical looks and stuff. Stephanie says, I love the eyeshadow palette cases. So Stephanie likes them. Butterlight says, don't forget to hit the like button for the live video. Yes, please hit the like button, whether you are watching on the replay or if you are watching live. Either way, it really helps me out. Thank you. Maria says, I think I saw the Cowboy collection 70% off for Black Friday. Yes, it was. It was 70% off. ECB says, it's a mosaic plate from Hermès. I thought so. I've seen those before in the boutique. Karen says, I bought all of her glittery lipsticks and I really like them. I like the way her other lip colors are. I just won't buy them without the case. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so I'm wearing one of her metallic lipsticks right now, and I really like them. It looks a little bit crazy because I have a lot of lights on me here in my beauty room, but in real life, it looks more subtle and gives like a cool plumping effect. Angela says the Isamaya palettes are very creative and not for someone boring like me. Nudes everyday staples. Christiane says, I think her eyeshadows are very unique. I have two and really enjoy them. They are versatile and you can do bold looks as well as soft ones. Yes. A lot of people, guys, like her eyeshadow palettes. Those are the things that people are begging for her. Sorry, my cat just jumped up here. You guys want to take a mini break? Come here, Minnie. Come here. Now she's walking around on all of my stuff. It's time for a mini break. Here she is. Mini. Say hello to everybody. Say hello. She's like, why are you holding me up in this awkward manner? There she is. She's like, I didn't come on your desk for this. I came on your desk to like beg for treats. She's a little mini. She does kind of like it sometimes when I hold her like this and I just pet her belly. Yes. So cute. Ooh. Okay, are you done? She is purring. She looks like she doesn't like it, but she is purring. Okay, down with you. Okay, we're done with the mini break. Little mini eye candy for you. Yes, she's camera shy. She's now over by her scratching post begging for treats. That's why she got up. Do you see these baby hairs? Do you see this? There we go. Get down, baby hairs. Okay, like I was saying, as I was saying, a lot of people really like her eyeshadows. They're very good quality. They are really unique if you like that kind of grungy look. And she could have really taken that in, its own direction. Little Sin 21 says, I'm actually on the fringe of her target demographic, but I don't know. I just couldn't justify any of the purchases. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Yeah, I think a lot of people, I think it's more of it's not, a lot of her makeup isn't quite every day. And so I think a lot of people were like, ooh, do I really want to spend that much? And then on top of that, the packaging is just, it makes it more expensive. You know what I mean? So Queen Frog Lady 6 says, I think the horse lipsticks look cute the way they stand out in my lipstick display. The same way with my horse mascara. The palette quality is stunning. Her stuff, great quality, really good quality, but I think it was the themes. I don't think the themes really like resonated with the average consumer. So Michelle says, I do like that she has a strong vision and seems to execute it well, even though it didn't get me to buy it and I can appreciate it. That's very well said, Michelle. She has a strong vision. She can execute that vision, but not everybody, feels like that vision speaks to them, right? Like every brand has their own vision, but not everybody wants to look like a cabaret cowgirl. You know what I mean? So I can appreciate it, but it's not vibing with everybody. So let's pop back over to the screen share here. So this is the sneak peek that I saw for her brand. So let's chat a little bit about her brand. She also just recently released a little like montage of her talking about the product. She does have a YouTube channel. And so take a look at this branding, okay? Compared to what she had before. And this is her, right? Yeah, this is her. It looks much cleaner. It looks much simpler. There's no body parts in sight. It looks, yeah, it looks a lot more clean girl aesthetic to me, but in that kind of Isamaya type of way. I mean, when you look at the Byredo makeup, doesn't look that much different from this. She loves like the chrome, she loves the silver. It has a completely different vibe, and we're going to take a look at some of these products on the Sephora website in just a second. But wanted to give you a little peek of what that promo photo looked like. So let's pop on over to Sephora. And like I said, none of these products are available for purchase, but they are live on the site. I think this is going to be launching very soon. So mark your calendars if you're interested in any of this. Given everything that you all just said in the community, I would love to know, do you think that you would purchase this? So if you listen to her YouTube video, she was talking about, one of the first things that she said was, not only do I love makeup, but I love effective ingredients. So she spent a lot of time talking about like the ingredients that were in the products and not so much about kind of, you know, like a vision or a character of somebody wearing this. Like she talked about, this is the product, these are the star ingredients. And then the sort of theme of her collection is very much, how can you enhance what you already have without going to the doctor? So it has a little bit of like this surgical theme. And actually, hold on, she has on her website right now, you can find this stuff on her website right now. See kind of the imagery here. A lot of these things are meant to look like a little syringe and, you know, a doctor tool type of thing. And like, she still has this kind of like interesting creative ad campaign, but it's a lot cleaner, more minimal. And a lot of the packaging looks like the Byredo makeup. So I just thought that was super duper interesting. Let me back over to Sephora here. So yeah, I would love to know what you think of this kind of like surgical aesthetic. It's not so far away from what she did with industrial. It still fits her brand, but it's definitely a little bit cleaner. And then the whole point of this collection as well is that you're getting like basics. It's like nothing here. It's the complete 180. Like nothing here is nothing here is a seasonal product. It's all like replenishable things. So let's take a look at this product right here. This is the Sculpting Stick Precision Cream Contour Stick with ceramides. So you can see they're kind of like, they're taking a page out of the Sephora brand playbook. Like it's got to have ceramides, it's got to have niacinamide in it, it's got to have peptides, it's got to have hyaluronic acid. She is kind of going now for this sort of like almost clean girl skincare infused replenishable makeup. I actually think that this looks great. Look at the shade range here. Like, look at all of these tones, different undertones. I think the packaging looks cool. I don't think you get a lot of product with this. Kind of reminds me of the Victoria Beckham contour stick, but in just like more shades and in like a different type of packaging. Show you the other stuff she's got here. She has kept some of the products that people said they really liked. So she has a Lips Metal Sheer Metallic Balm. These are very similar, I'm guessing, to the one that I have on my lips today. So you can kind of see here like the vibe that it gives. Maybe these will be a little bit more glossy, I'm not sure, but there's a bunch of different shades here. And they look really beautiful. And the price seems to be in line with other things that I would see at Sephora. We'll just take a look at a couple things here. We won't look at every single thing unless you guys have any requests. Here we have a color correcting skin tint serum. She talked about in her video that she is all about skin. She really loves, you know, playing around with different skin textures and flawless skin. She's really focusing a lot on basics here. But this is kind of interesting. She has like a lilac skin tint serum, like a color correcting serum. I don't really see people doing all of these colors. Like the shade ranges are very inclusive. I really like that about it. Let me see if I'll highlight something else here. She also has this, the 5-point lift color correcting concealer with caffeine. Now this, there's only a couple shades, so I'm not quite sure if this is more so a color corrector as opposed to a concealer, but it has caffeine to like wake up the under eyes and all of that. So what do you guys think of this? Does this interest you? Because for me, as someone who has a lot of makeup, you know, I definitely don't need any of this, but I think it's really interesting that she kind of revamped her brand. It still feels very Isamaya, but it is more in line with what the Sephora customer is looking for. And I would love to know, do you think, is this the new Pat McGrath? Like, is this interesting to you guys? Or do you feel like Isamaya is a Sephora sellout? I would love to know. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Kimberly says, yes, I would buy this and I like this price much better. Michelle says, the price looks kind of like Rabanne. I agree. I thought about that as well. It does look like Rabanne. Sanja says, feels more approachable now. Tyga says, I like what I see now. I will buy a few things. Stephanie says, I would try it. Kathleen says, a syringe is a weird, but the rest looks very clear, different vibe than before. Yes. Holly says, this is a complete flip in vibe. I still feel like this is very on brand for her. Like, it kind of seems like this is the way to be interesting and creative in 2025. That's kind of what I'm getting here. It's like, oh, you want to be creative? You kind of have to come out with basic things in cool packaging, but like throw in a lavender skin correcting primer. Sandra says, a bit edgy, but much classier branding now. Jocelyn says, easier to box and store. Let's see here. Sarah says, the metallic lip is Hardy face. We got Howie there. Little Sin says, I'm convinced her investors reined her in. Perhaps she'll do more artistic launches as limited edition collections not available in store. I think you're right. I think her investors were like, what the heck? We thought you were going to deliver. We thought all your stuff was going to sell out. And I mean, I don't think it's completely her fault, right? I think she was trying to do something different and take a risk and selling a big vision. And I think that as a creator, I have to adapt my content to your tastes, right? To what people like and the trends and everything. And I think that's what she's doing here. And I think she's doing a pretty good job. Let's see. A lot of you are saying that it looks like the Rabanne makeup. Karen says, I'm interested in the color correcting skin tint and lipstick. Holly says, I liked the grunge vibes of her previous collection more than this. So when I was looking at the post on Instagram, a lot of people were like, where's the eyeshadow palette? Like all they want is the eyeshadow palette relaunched or maybe relaunched in new packaging. I think it's really interesting here that she didn't come out with a single eyeshadow. Like this is kind of the one thing that's like somewhat, it's like a blush highlighter duo. And the shades are pretty cool. Like they're really pretty. I don't know. Oh, it is a cream blush and highlighter. Yeah, so it's a cream blush. But yeah, there's also, where is it? This thing, the Face Glaze Skin Primer. And this has like a little kind of needle point type of tip. So you can just kind of like squeeze it onto the cheekbone. It's just kind of like it says skin primer, but she sort of markets it as something that you would use as like a highlighter, kind of like the Westman Atelier and those other ones that we've chatted about before. I mean, I think that that is great marketing. I mean, I think that this is going to appeal a lot more as well to Gen Z who like aren't really wearing a lot of eyeshadow. Like they're buying a lot of more skin tight products instead, you know? Sarah says, this is more mainstream. Sour and Sweet says, the microbial gel sounds interesting. April says, it looks like Victoria Beckham meets rock grunge and it is more palatable for the average consumer. I agree. Minnie says, my husband is a dentist. I may surprise him with this on my vanity. That's so funny. Yeah. Shug says, I would do a lipstick just to try her brand. Holly is not into it. She's like, I'm not inspired to try the brand. It does feel a lot more basic, especially to a lot of us who are used to more special collections from like luxury brands, right? Heather says, I'm intrigued if it's good. IDK if I will jump on it without seeing reviews first. I'm not really a metallic lip girl, maybe a balm. I'm confused about the concealer shade range. I agree. That's probably the most confusing thing to me. Sarah says, I don't think it's a sellout. She's just going to where the money is. I respect that. Not sure this interests me. This makes way more sense. Like you need to have a core line. You need to be sort of known for certain things. You need something here to go viral and then you sell it and then you restock it. You need people coming into store looking for that one core product that everybody loves. I'm curious to see what it will be. I know metallic lips are really trending right now. So it's a good time for her to be doing that. She did some really good metallic lipsticks at Byredo. I actually still have one of them. So yeah, I think that this is interesting. Christiane says, none of these really interests me. I would be more interested if she did what Byredo does and launch a killer eyeshadow palette once or twice a year. Maybe she will do that though, Christiane. Like maybe that's coming. Maybe she will do her drops, but this is like her core collection. Little Sin says, you can't be mad at her for growing her brand and expanding into Sephora. Yeah, I don't know if there's any diehard fans out there that maybe are upset. I would imagine there are, but I think it's smart for her. I think it's smart. Holly says, true. She's running a business. A lot of people are agreeing with you, Little Sin. She said, I'm keen to check out the lip balms now. Yeah, maybe the lip balms will be really popular. Heather says she probably produced this when eyeshadow was dead and for old people. Lol. Yes, a lot of the younger generations, they are just not wearing a lot of that. They're not wearing those products, right? They like things that are more like sheer and simple. Angela says it feels strategically curated without being over the top. Exactly. Shoe and Makeup Girl says, I think she's testing the market to see how this collection sells to a broader audience at Sephora, but I think her website collection is just cooler. Interesting. Yeah. Jessica says, Sephora is for the masses. I think that this is a good way to see what her holy grail product will be. Also, she is introducing the brand, and I think that's a good start. She also says it's definitely for the younger crowd. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what the sellout will be. Karen says, I think she could have done a better job with the packaging. It just seems trendy. Yeah, I'm curious if this will feel like as nice as her other packaging did or like Byredo. My guess is that it won't feel as weighty and luxe as Byredo just because of the price. Lynn says she will try Lynn says she will try a lipstick. So yeah, I just thought this was a really Hopefully you guys enjoyed me kind of like going back in time a little bit and recapping what she's done, because I know not everybody here has necessarily tried the brand before. Maybe you weren't familiar with this brand until now. Maybe her entrance into Sephora has kind of like, gotten your attention a little bit, but I thought it was a really interesting kind of case study almost as to, how brands are having to adapt, not how brands are having to adapt for all of our tastes in 2025. It really seems like this is the way to be creative in 2025. Whereas maybe a couple of years ago, it was like a Pat McGrath mothership palette, right? It was these types of palettes. It really kind of felt like she was trying to become the next Pat McGrath with these really interesting collections and doing her own sort of unique spin on it. But I commend her for revamping the brand, probably listening to consumers and all of the feedback, but hopefully keeping a lot of the really high quality formulation. So if you are watching this on the replay, please comment down below. Let me know what you thought of her brand before. Had you heard of her before? Let me know what you think of this rebrand and if this now maybe interests you a lot more. I would love to know. But yeah, I think that this is just like a really good example of how people are having to adapt as things, times, preferences, and beauty trends change. All right. So let's see. Do you guys have any other requests of more? Is there anything that I missed? I know it's getting a little bit late for some of you. Jessica says, Estee Lauder is doing another round of layoffs. Oh no, I'm not surprised. Did you hear Chanel did a round of layoffs as well? Yeah, a lot of companies are doing layoffs, especially in kind of like the luxury sector. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much to everybody who sent a super chat today. I feel like this was a record. You will definitely be thanked in the next episode. I'm going to try and come up with some more fun ways for us to celebrate things and, add a little music and sound effects and all that kind of stuff. It's another like tech thing that I have to look up every single time. And I'm always just trying to figure out what's the best way to do it with the equipment that I have. So yeah. Jessica is saying, I'm starting to see a lot of luxury beauty is dead content. Well, I think that kind of, we've been seeing luxury is dead. If you watch a lot of like fashion luxury videos, they've been doing those videos for like over a year now. And honestly, it's just because it's the kind of stuff that gets views. Any kind of like drama or sort of like little shock, a lot of times, like we're more likely to click on things that are kind of dramatic and negative than like, here are my favorites. You know what I mean? I think that people, just like the luxury fashion market, people are still spending money on these things. It's just they're choosing specific things to spend money on. They don't want to spend money on things that are not good quality. They don't want to spend money on things that feel cheap or, they have to, it's an arm and a leg to get them. Like people are just being more discerning about the things that they're spending their money on. There are brands that are doing very, very well, but then there's a lot that just are suffering because they're not the cream of the crop. They're not the thing that everybody is like, yes, that's what I want to spend my money on. So it is possible for these brands to do well, but companies like Estee Lauder, they just have not made the right decisions and investments, and that's why they're having layoffs. Yes, I know it's partially because of the economy, but there are brands that are doing well. There are people that are buying. People in this chat, like all of us buy makeup, right? But there's certain things that we choose to spend our money on over others, right? There are certain things that make us feel luxurious and we feel like are worth our money. You're welcome. Sour and Sweet says, thank you for the live. Heather says they charge enough and keep going up in price, so you would think they could afford to pay their employees. Yeah, exactly, Heather. The price increases for certain brands have definitely been way too much. Way too much. Little Sin 21 says luxury did really bad in 2024. They're in a backlash cycle. 100%. Well said. Sandra said, love the live and chatting. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. I hope you guys all had fun. Yes, Sarah B says consumers are getting smarter. ECB says price increases have made me question, is it worth it? Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like, I think a lot of people, there are still plenty of us out there who are buying these like $115 Hermès blushes. But I think what has happened, and this happened with fragrances, is that like people are kind of looking for one really special thing as opposed to I'm going to buy a bunch of, I don't know, Pat McGrath blushes or like Tarte blushes or something like that. People are looking for that one really nice thing that actually feels like luxury. And there were people on my most recent video that were like, oh, I bought it because I just like wanted to own something from Hermès. And like, if you want to buy something from Hermès that's not makeup, it's usually like at least a couple $100. So I get it. People are like, maybe I'll just get one really nice thing, you know? Christiane says, thank you for being so inclusive on your reviews. I'm old enough to be your mom, and still your reviews help me so much in my makeup routine. Howie the heart. Oh, I'm so glad. I try to be. Like, I try to be helpful, you know? Heather says, it's called greed. Yes, I think a lot of the companies like really pushed it. They were like, oh, we can increase the price, so we'll do it. And then we'll all get promotions because of how much, profit we drove. And it's like, you didn't drive any more sales. You just like increased the prices. Yep. Thanks, Little Sin. She said, I had a great time with everybody. Yeah, you guys make this fun for me. Yeah. Thanks so much, guys. I think that we're good. I think we're good for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And yeah, let me know what you want to see for future episodes. Like every other week, we'll continue to do this pass or yes. And then in the interim weeks, the plan is to, like, I have different topics that I have in mind. And if for some reason I'm traveling or if I'm sick or anything and I miss a live, we'll just reschedule it. And you guys can see all of that on my Instagram stories and also on the YouTube community board. So always check there. I always post usually a day or two before the live what the live is going to be. So you know exactly what to look out for and you can mark your calendars. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for being totally amazing today. Thank you to everybody who sent me a super chat. I very much appreciate you. Or even if you just watched the whole thing or gave me a thumbs up or put a comment in there. Oh, wait, we forgot to do the giveaway. We need to do the giveaway. I'm sorry. Okay, so all of you that are left, you're here for the giveaway. It is a small little giveaway. I had it on the schedule and then I got distracted by all of your comments and stuff. So let's do a quick little giveaway, all right? So it is a small one. I'm working on getting some more, okay? This one was kindly gifted to the channel. Oh, thank you, Heather, for the super chat. Thank you so much. I love your little photo. It's like little cats with glasses. That is adorable. Thank you. Okay, stick around because we're going to do a giveaway and there's still most of you on this live right now. So bless all of you for sticking on this live. Okay, so this giveaway is a little goodie bag from Credo, who kindly gifted this to this episode. And they are going to be doing a little goodie bag promotion this weekend. I have the link down in the description box. So I believe it is the 7th through the 11th. So it's not live yet, although they do have like a lip product promotion on there right now. Yes, there's a giveaway. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need like a sticky note that literally says giveaway. But it's literally right here next to me. So the winner of this is going to get this little goodie bag right here. I'm going to show you some of the goodies in here. But if you shop at Credo this weekend, 7th to 11th, they are doing this little goodie bag promotion. So it's a good time if you were thinking of buying anything from like Westman Atelier or like Kosas or RMS and you want to get a little something extra, you can be gifted this little goodie bag. Jessica says, I love Credo. Yeah, no, they have some good stuff. They have some good stuff. And they reached out to me about this and I was like, oh, would you consider like giving me one that I can give away? Because I want to do more giveaways because it's so fun. Okay, let me show you real quick what's in this. There is a full-size Exa mascara. It's clean beauty, so it's going to be sort of like that type of vibe. You have this beautiful Evolve Together exfoliating bar soap. Ooh, it's cardamom and wood scented. I'm not going to open it up because I don't want to like touch your products. There's also a anti-aging brightening hand treatment with niacinamide and retinol. That's good. This would be good for your purse and, you know, like smooths out, like I have splotches on my hands. There's also a Feather Lash Lifting Serum Mascara. So it's got like a mascara that promotes lash growth. We also have, oh, I love this, Falling Lip Balm. This actually is this brand was founded in Boston. I used to know the CEO at some point, and they were actually like acquired by Credo. So now you can get all of the Falling products there. There's also this detox hair mask. There's a bunch of little goodies in here. What is this? This is, oh, a Bastille perfume. So it's just like a cute little goodie bag. I was like, let's do a giveaway. And then we have, oh, some more Perfecting Leave-In conditioner. And then there's a couple of other little smaller samples in there. So it's just a little goodie bag, a little something, something. Okay. And so we're going to be giving this away. And you'll also get a handwritten card from moi. And if you win this, you just need to make sure that you send me an email like as soon as you have the energy to do it, so that I know where to send your gift. Okay. So hold on one second. I'm just going to go over to the giveaway tool. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. And I'm going to have you do hashtag Credo. You're going to put hashtag Credo, Credo, in the chat. That's all you have to do. Okay. So I'm going to start collecting comments. Hashtag Credo. Get them in, get them in, get them in. Let's see it. Okay, you guys are picking it up. Let's go. Who wants to win the goodie bag? Goodie bag, goodie bag, goodie bag, goodie bag. And I am working basically now whenever brands reach out to me, I'm like, do you want to gift something to my giveaway or to my live streams? Hashtag Credo. And if you only need to do it once, by the way, like if you do it twice, it doesn't increase your chances of winning. So no cheating, no cheating. Let's go. We have 32 entries. Can we get to 50? Can we get to 50 entries? 50 entries? Let's see. We got 36 entries. Anybody else? Anybody else? I feel like some of you are ready for bed. I haven't even eaten dinner yet. All right. Going once. I'm going to wait a second because there is a bit of a delay with the chat and some of you are still. Karen, you're putting in multiple entries. Okay. All right. Let's do it. If this is your first time, buckle up because this is fun. Who's it going to be? Stephanie! Yay! and Stephanie. Okay, so Stephanie, just send me an email. I'll put my email in here if you want to shoot me an email and just let me know like your best. Yeah, congratulate Stephanie, everybody. And Stephanie, just send me an email. I'll know who you are. And I will send you a card and I'm going to send this to you. We're going to package this up and send it your way. And thank you, Credo, for gifting this. If there's any other gifting ideas you guys have, just let me know. Yeah, this was so fun. So definitely check out Credo. They're having this little goodie bag deal. They have a lot of great brands on their website. And actually right now they have kind of like a little, like a curated lip kit deal with some of our favorite brands. It's kind of like a little Valentine's Day kit, I guess you could call it. So yeah, and definitely make sure you guys tune in next week. I am working on another giveaway. I'm trying to work on some more giveaways for you all. So make sure you join if you like those. And yeah, thank you guys so much for an awesome live. And I will see you in my next one. Bye. Good night, everybody.